Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show Live. It's good to have you with us. How's everybody doing today? It is Friday. We're live worldwide on our popular entertainment lifestyle talk show series, and it's a pleasure to have all of you here from all around the world watching us on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV with a very special guest we have coming up in just a moment. A fantastic singer, songwriter, musician, Bruce Guynn. He is with Big Rain, amazing group. And let me tell you that he's also a great guy too. He's authentic. He speaks from the heart. He's really talented. He's going to perform live. He's in the studio right now of New Coast Records, which is just south of San Francisco, California, along the beautiful coast there in California. And there's a special guest that's going to be joining him as well in just a moment. But thanks for joining us. How's everybody going? It was a busy day for me, radio shows. And then we were on a television shoot in the TV studio, working on a TV news show and feature segments for a show that I do and have done for a long time, a TV news magazine show. And it was terrific in the studio, working with the crew. Everybody was social distancing, making sure that all the protocols were being met. And it was a busy day of production in the studio, making TV magic. Hope you guys have been doing well, wherever you're watching from. Live right now, we welcome everybody watching on our YouTube channel. If you're watching on our YouTube channel for the first time, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. You have 26 plus weeks and 180 so episodes of the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series there for the watching, for the taking, for the enjoying. And if you subscribe to the channel, you can also post comments when we're live as well. Like I know you guys like to do, all the lovelies, all the viewers out there watching all around the world, which I think is really cool. We hear from all points of the globe with this show. It's a fun show. It's about positivity, inspiration, entertainment, as well as information, education, and cool times. And you never know what possibly could happen on the Jim Masters Show Live. Anything can happen on the Jim Masters Show Live. We kind of like that. That's why I like live television, live radio, and live stage, is that excitement of what can happen. We toast all of you as we do. We welcome all of you to our show, and we welcome our viewers, or lovelies, as we call them, from all around the world. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day. If you didn't have a good day, things are a little crazy. Yeah. Just turn on the news and it's very crazy out there. So this is your spot every day, 7 p.m. Eastern live, 4 p.m. Pacific, to join us in our community of levity, actually. And that's a word you guys love. And it's something we created to, again, put positivity into the air and to connect and to give you great entertainment and fun shows and cool stuff and great guests, amazing guests. We are booked with guests all the way into December, just about every single day. And it's really cool and it's really extraordinary. And we welcome all of you again from all around the world. Let's see some of the folks who are watching right now. Willie from the Netherlands. Hello, Jim. Nice to have you back. Let's enjoy your conversation with Bruce and his guitar. Absolutely. Good to see you watching on the YouTube channel in Holland, in the Netherlands. Nice to have you here. Christine Clifton is watching. Happy Friday. And Jim, lovely friends, we welcome Big Rain's Bruce Guynn to the show this evening. Soon there will be terrific music and lovely hall and great conversation. Absolutely. He's been looking forward to this show. He's all tuned up, ready to go. He's at the studio, the performance and recording studio there just south of San Francisco, and it's awesome. We appreciate him doing that. He went the extra mile, and we're excited to have him here. Good to see you in North Carolina. And Tess LaBella is here from South Florida. Tess, good to see you. Happy Friday, Jim, and all the lovelies. So happy to be here with everyone in Lovely Hall on our YouTube channel. Good to have you with us on the YouTube channel exclusively. If you know folks that watch on Facebook occasionally, tell them, come to YouTube right now. We're here on the YouTube. So if they're looking for us on Facebook, we're on YouTube exclusively with this episode, and it's cool. Welcome, Bruce. You're a lovely now as well. Mary Bishop, good to be here with Jim and the Lovelies. Absolutely. A lot of great people here. Fortnite Gaming is here too. Hi, Jim Masters. Happy evening. Had a science test today in school. That's cool, Raphael. His mother, Diane DeLynn, the brilliant violinist, was on our show a couple of weeks ago as well. Good to see you, Fortnite Gaming, watching on YouTube. Kathleen Walker in New York City. Hi, Jim, and hi, everyone. Good to see you. Ann Harriskin, who's watching in Southern California. Hello, everyone. Great to see all of you. Good to see you, Ann. Nice group of people here. Lots of people from all around the world. Hello, Jim and everyone. Happy Friday. And Wozniak watching on our YouTube channel as well. Nice. Kathy Short is here as well. Happy Friday, Jim, and our Lovity family from Cleveland, Ohio. And yes, welcome, Bruce. You're a Lovity now. I told him that you guys were going to turn him into a Lovity like you do with all the guests. And he said, bring it on. He's all raring to go. Everybody's doing all the toasting as well. Willie and Mary and Ann. And it's good to see you guys. Welcome to the show. We're going to have a good time tonight. Live music, great conversation, really cool stuff. And it's a pleasure to have all of you here. And again, I hope you've had a really good day. And there is Bruce. Yes, with New Coast Records. It's a pleasure to have him here. And again, some other cool shots. He's been doing this for a long time. He's really dedicated to what he does. And he likes to have a good time doing it. And that's what life's all about, right? You got to have a good time doing it. He's a brilliant singer, songwriter, musician as well. And I know you guys are going to and welcome him with open arms. You're on YouTube, Slancha, Flower Power. That's Jen is Zen from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Merlin from Innerkip, Ontario, Canada is here. Hi, Jim and all the Lovities. Look, Bruce has got his hand out. He's welcoming all the Lovities. It's a perfect pose he's in that photo. That is funny. And Christopher Valencia is here as well. Great. Cheers. Just good to have you with us too. Welcome, Christopher, watching on YouTube live right now. Let me tell you about my incredible guest here on the Jim Masters Show live. We're really excited to have Bruce here. He's really a cool guy. Bruce Guynn performs solo with his band, Bruce Guynn and Big Rain, bringing an award-winning brand of uplifting soulful rock, Americana, blues, R&B, and roots to the stage. Sweet harmonies, strong vocals, right on top of an excellent band, dishing up a full-bodied musical fare that will pick you up and make you move. With the release of 6 albums, 3 number 1 and 7 top 30 songs on both the USA and international radio charts, Bruce Guynn and Big Rain have become prolific artists performing really throughout United States and worldwide. Recognized for award-winning songwriting, the music is a breezy blend of soulful rock, Americana blues, R&B roots with a heart and talent that is fused with the timeless music of the past, as well as new songs of life today. The live experience, of course, bridges generations, societal and cultural divides as well. The melodies, they actually hook and grab you, while the groove gets you moving, dancing, and singing along. It's done tours in Australia, China, Europe, Iraq, Kuwait, American Embassy, Cairo, Egypt, and so much more. Over the years, Bruce and the band have performed throughout California, the USA, worldwide. Tours have taken them again to 5 continents, Africa, Australia, Europe, North America, Asia. They like to call it the Redwood Coast Sound, a dynamic artist entertaining audiences with a breezy blend of all those different genres. It'll leave you smiling. And again, we're so excited to have Bruce here. The industry honors are pretty extensive. Vocal Group of the Year, Crossover Artist of the Year. With consistent airplay worldwide for almost 2 decades, the band has been humbled with industry honors like Vocal Group of the Year and Crossover Artist of the Year. Twitter following has grown to almost 200,000 followers. Facebook pages, YouTube channel continue to grow as folks subscribe, download music daily. Bruce has worked and performed with some of the most successful producers and artists in the industry as well. He's worked with Kenny Rogers and George Strait and producer Ray Rupp, Dwight Yoakam, Juice Newton, Reba McEntire, Kathy Mattea, Roy Orbison, and many others. And incredible. Bill Cooper, producers of isn't that incredible? Producers Richard Polidar and Bill Cooper, producers of 3 Dog Night, Steppenwolf, Alice Cooper, Iron Butterfly. The credits go on and on and on as producer and musician on hundreds of hits by many. He's also performed shows over the years with Chet McCracken, former drummer of the Doobie Brothers, on drums, shared festival stages with Jesse Colin Young, and the list goes on and on. The Lovin' Spoonful and the others include second headliner with Chubby Checkers, and it's incredible. We're talking about Bruce Guynn and Big Rain, part of New Coast Records. We're very excited to welcome him to the show. It's a real pleasure, and we hope you are excited to have some great music coming your way, folks, because that's what's in store. Let's welcome him live and direct from just south of San Francisco, Bruce Guynn of Big Rain. Bruce, welcome to the show. It's great to have you with us.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm thrilled. I am totally thrilled.
I know you've been looking forward to this, and this is cool. Hey, Christopher Valencia says, this is funny and awesome. Happy to have met Bruce through socials. This is definitely a classic live experience. So you've got somebody who's been following you for a long time. Flower Power is ready to accompany you. She's in Allentown, Pennsylvania. She says, I got my rhythm tech tambourine ready. So
Cool.
she can play along in her house in Allentown, PA.
Great.
Ann says, welcome, Bruce, from sunny Florida. Willie in the Netherlands says, welcome, Bruce. The Jim Masters Show, best show in the world. Thank you, Willie in Holland. Christopher Joseph Music in Ohio says, hello, Jim, and all the lovelies. Mary Bishop says, welcome, Bruce. Kathleen Walker in New York City says, welcome, Bruce. You got some good love coming your way here on the show. And Kathy Short says, hello, Bruce, to the land of lovelies. And welcome, Bruce Guynn. Cool stuff, huh?
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
officially
cool.
welcome to our show here on the Jim Masters Show Live. How have you been through all the...
I've been good, a little stressed out like a lot of people, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
But we will move past it all. Things will get better. Things will get better. The important thing is we need hope and we look for a better future.
That's right. That's exactly right. Positivity is what it's all about. And music can bring us to that place and feeling, right?
Oh, music is, it's been my savior all my life, I'll be honest. So, music is more powerful than the human senses realize at the time when it's happening. And your show is fantastic, by the way. What I love about this show is we both have a fan base worldwide. And it's great because how else can I connect with them in face, you know? So
right.
I hope a lot of them are listening, the Twitter people and the Facebook people and YouTube folks. I want to thank all of you guys for supporting me too. And it's really nice to be a levity.
Isn't that really, really cool? It's become part of the vernacular here on our series, and we just, it sort of blends in perfectly to the feeling of the show, because we always have a good time, and you never know where, it takes you, and it's all positive, and we have, cool vibes here on the show. And I know that's really, really important for you as well, right? You're all about connecting people and lifting them up and doing it through your music, delivering a really good time, a soulful time through your music, right?
Yeah, that's really my message. I don't really think I could do anything else very well, be honest with you. So I feel every artist should have a message, and for me, that's mine. And it's a simple message, but it's important we come together as people, and it's important we experience positive moments together. And even a sad moment, we can learn more about our own stories through a sad moment.
That's right.
And that's what music allows us to do. Not only can it lift you up and touch your soul, it can heal you.
Exactly right, my friend. How did you first get into music? What were some of those early inspirations for you that pointed you in the direction of doing the incredible work you do, Bruce?
Well, I was about 5 or 6 years old, and around my house, we would have, back when I was that little, we had old-fashioned records, and we had Billie Holiday records in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And I heard a Billie Holiday record when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and that was it for me. It was whatever she did touched me so deeply that I started singing as a little boy, and I started just making up melodies when I was playing sports and stuff. And then we had this old beat-up piano in the house. It was out of tune. I didn't know how to play it, but it made me. I started playing it as a maybe 7 or 8, and I tried to. Maybe I subconsciously was trying to be Billie Holiday, and it just hooked me, and it's been that way since my life went on and on and on. And even at the times when I couldn't do music because I had to make a living and raise a family, I never let go of it. I always stayed with it, And I said, one of these days, when I get my shot, I'm going for it,
Exactly. Did you have influences within the family as well? Other musicians, other performers?
I think my father influenced me indirectly in that he was a really good boogie-woogie piano player.
Yeah.
And he also played accordion. And but he would never play for people. No way. We would have to coach him. We'd have to say, yeah, just come on, go play, at a party or something. And the few times that I got him to play for him, that I saw him play, I would just go, wow, that's my dad, And so I think that had an effect on me when I was little. And then, of course, growing up in California, you have, where I grew up in the Bay Area and then Central Coast, you just have every kind of possible music. You get a lot of world influences in this area.
Cultures and backgrounds. So what were some of the early influences for you growing up in that Bay Area, San Francisco area?
Well, there's always Roy Orbison was a big influence on me. There's no doubt, because I just said, wow, if anybody could sing like that, that would be amazing, I just thought he had a beautiful voice. And to me, he was a lot like Billie Holiday, just in a different genre, a different way. And so those two, and then all the greats that came through, the Cream, the early Cream, and all the San Francisco sound, and the Brit rock, and all the great blues players, the soul guys. And California had its own style, the Beach Boys, and, California soul, and you just there's so many things that it's music is so vast, and there's so much to hear. You'll never get to hear it all, but there's always something that you can grab a hold of, So exactly. So all of them, Jimi Hendrix, and all the great singers of the 60s and 70s, when they really sang, People don't sing now. Really,
but you understand the words a little bit more, right? A little more melody. And
I hear that a lot from my fans. Wow, it's great. I can understand what you said.
Was the guitar the first instrument you picked up?
No. I have a love-hate, be honest, I have a love-hate relationship with guitar.
Do you really?
It's only within the last year that I've started to feel really comfortable with it, because I was a piano player and a bass player and a singer. And I was always in the bands where they needed a singer or a piano player. And then when I became a bass player, there was no way every band, that's what they wanted, because I was a natural born bass player and singer. So, and I learned how to play bass from playing piano. So I was always in that realm, but I always had a guitar somewhere. And I just kept on every so often. I'd say, I've got to, get to the point where I'm good at this thing, and good at this thing. And because I compare myself to what I can do singing and what I can do in other instruments, right?
Right.
But now that I've had the chance, and I started my own acoustic series on my YouTube channel, which thank you so much for your support, you guys. It's been great. I said, they really like this acoustic thing I'm doing. I better learn how to play guitar.
Right. Is that what it was, really?
No, I was already playing, but
it just gave you that incentive to
gave me the incentive.
Yeah.
I said, you need to get a really good guitar, man,
So you're basically really a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, I am. I can sit in a studio and play the piano parts and do the bass parts and play the acoustic guitar parts and stuff. And I've been threatening to learn how to play the drums, but I don't know if people at home will put up with that.
That is funny.
Yeah, I actually started as a drummer when I was about teenager or something, and I had a lampshade and a book, and I had my foot stomping on the ground on the bedroom floor, and all I can remember is, "What are you doing in there?"
That is
Yeah.
so. Tell us about Big Rain.
Oh,
People
yeah.
probably are thinking about that name, and you and I
Yeah.
were chatting about it before you were getting things set up in that beautiful studio you're there in New Coast Records. That Big Rain actually it's you, but it's also been a lot of other um, great musicians and performers through the years
Yeah.
as well, right? Tell us
Over
about
the
that, Bruce.
Yeah. Big Rain is a big family of people. And we don't have time to go through the whole list, but
Right.
in the beginning of Big Rain, it was myself as a solo artist, and I was recording my first album way back in the mid '80s into the early '90s. And I had this album going to come out called not Ocean of Souls. That's a new album, but Sounds of Freedom. And I was, in the studio, and I got to meet all the good musicians locally around here where I lived. And so we're all old friends from 30 odd years, who knows. And I would invite them to come and play on my album. And so I was about halfway through the project, and then I said, I I got to do something different. How do I get my record into people's hands, and how do I, get it started? How do I get my career really started? And I'm a creative thinker. I had a marketing background, so I would come up with ideas and execute them. So this idea came to me in a meditation. So every day I'd go to my little gym and work out, every other day, whatever, and then I'd go run and do stuff. I'm into fitness, but and I'd go in there and do my workout. Well, before I went in, I would do like a meditation in my car. I'd park under this willow tree and meditate. I'd roll my seat back, and I learned that, I could do meditation, and about 45 minutes into it, great ideas would come to my head. So I did my meditation. I suggested an idea. What do I do? How do I get a live audience? And how do I start the ball rolling? And I heard this, after about 45 minutes of nothing, I heard, find a partner, a music partner, a duo, do a duo. I swear to God, it was that crazy. Stu's over there laughing at me, but it's true, Stu. I'm not making this up. And
you will see Stu soon. That's just a tease.
We will see Stu. Stu is here.
Try to say that 5 times fast. We will see
Stu
soon.
Anyway, so I do this meditation. I walk into I'm ready to do my workout. Go in there. Oh, I cleared my mind. I'm relaxed. Gotta go work out. I look over to the left of me, and I see this tall, skinny guy with really long blonde hair. It kind of looked like Fabio. And he's talking to this woman. I figured out later that was his wife. And he said, I really need a singer. I can't get my, I need a singer. And I looked over, I said, I can sing. He said, oh, cool. And we started talking. And his name is Peter Alimo. And he lives in Santa Cruz, right near town, right next to me. And we just hit it off. And I said, Pete, I'm in the studio. I got this album. I need help. He says, oh, I play guitar. I said, good. And he goes, I sing too. I said, great. We need another singer. And so I said, come on over to the studio and let's sing a few things and see what happens. And if you want to come in the studio and work with me, we'll do it. Because I was ready to do anything, whatever it took. So he comes over and sits down. I sit down. I said, okay, this is a song. Let's do this. And we started playing and singing. And in 30 seconds, it took 30 seconds, we knew. When we hit that first harmony together, we knew we had something different that you just don't find every day. It was just, sometimes you find voices that mix.
Right.
No matter how great the singers are.
Right.
And it's just magical.
Mm-hmm.
and this is really the truth. And we just looked at each other and said, "This is a keeper, dude." And we finished the album and brought other people in to support us. And we sang beautiful harmonies, and he helped me. We created guitar licks together, because I would create the licks in my head. I would sing them to him, and he would play them. And we would get the licks, and we would get the musical hooks. And we started out like that. And we just it was like I had my Everly brother here, And so we went for 15 years.
Wow.
Together as Big Rain. But we always had other artists support us. Like, we'd go play festivals. And so the band would change, but it would always be he and I. But we had a steady drummer, several steady drummers. We had steady fiddle or violin players. We had, steady support players. And how I started, and that's funny, that's kind of when I started playing bass was, Peter said, we need a bass player. I said, I don't want to play piano anymore, because I don't like to have the piano between me and the audience. I want to be closer I want to connect with the people better. I didn't feel I could connect the same way with the piano. I know people can, but it just wasn't working for me.
Right.
And so I switched to bass. I went and bought a 5-string bass. I didn't play around with a 4-string. I got a 5-string, and I started playing. I said, well, give me a month, and 30 days I'll be the best singing bass player in town. That was my goal.
That was the goal.
You got to have a goal. It took me a little longer than 30 days, but quite a bit longer. And I don't know if I'm the best singer bass player in town, but what mattered was that it was something that made me do it and gave myself a push myself. And so I became the bass player and the lead vocalist, and we kept writing songs. And we went on for 15 years until 2010. Oh, and I'll back up a sec. We got the name because we said, well, we're going to go out and play now as a duo, Peter and I, and start things going. And we started booking gigs and dates, but we need a name. We need a name. And we threw out about 100 names. And one day I was looking at the coffee cup. I'd go to the coffee place and get a cup, paper cup of coffee, I'd write names on it for the band. And one day I wrote the name Big Rain on the paper cup. And it sat there on my desk for probably a long time. We'd talk on the phone and share ideas, share songs on the phone and ideas and songwriting. And I said, well, what name do you like? He goes, well, I don't like any of the ones we come up with. I said, well, I got one looking at me right now. What do you think about Big Rain? And he said, perfect. He goes, that's it. I said, okay, that's it. And he said, and I remember Pete, he's an environmentalist. He loves trees and outdoors. Yeah. And he said, that's great, because it goes along with my part of who I am as a person. Big Rain is like good for the environment. Mm-hmm. So I guess in the early days we kind of had a message about take care of our environment, But and that went along with just have a good time, But so that's how the name came. And then we just kind of went on for 15 years. We got signed by a couple record labels, and ran into a fantastic producer by the name of Ray Ruff, and had some hit songs that were on the charts. And then in 2010, my good buddy, who I love dearly, Pete, he didn't die or anything, but he had some kind of a stroke that came up, and it pretty much put him out of commission for doing live touring and running around and doing things like we would do in the music business. So I was sad to see that happen. I didn't know what I was going to do. I said, well, I guess he said, Bruce, you just got to go on. And I said, well, I will. I'll go on. There's nothing else I really should be doing. I said, but in good conscience, I can't call the band Big Rain because, you're not in the band. And he said, just call it Bruce Guynn and Big Rain and let go of what happened. Let go of the past. The kind of guy he was. He's a beautiful man. I would say Peter is one of the best human beings I've ever known. One of the top two. Just a fantastic human being. a big heart and incredibly intelligent man. But so I said, okay, I'll go on, and I kept the band going and got some other guys that I knew, called up some people, and just kept going. And now it's evolved to where I feel like, do I really need a band anymore? You know, solo's kind of fun, you know, a lot less stress and
Right.
managing people, and there's a lot of things in the music business that can be very stressful. Of course, you're aware because you're in the entertainment industry, and you know
Yeah.
how stressful the entertainment industry can be.
Absolutely.
And but I always had to. I've been lucky. I've been able to work with the best, great people. I mean, good human beings and really great musicians who've taught me a lot. I mean, taught me so much along the way. So my hats. I want to thank all of them for that as well. You know, they don't always get the acknowledgement that they probably should deserve because the music business being what it is. But all you guys and ladies out there along the way, thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's in your heart and soul to be a performer. Do you have a preference? Singing, songwriting, the musician? Is there an order of events with that, or are they equally you?
That's a really good question. Most people don't know how to ask that question. That's very interesting. Very good question.
I think I picked the right career, didn't I?
I certainly did. And I got to think about that because for me, I think I come from a place of melody and rhythm.
Right.
And I come from the place of melody because I'm a singer.
Right.
And so I think melodies are really, really important to me, but it's how I present that melody in the song. And singing it is I have to be me.
Right.
I can't copy anybody, you know.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's a mistake if I try to, you know, even if I take a cover song, it's hard for me to do it just like the artist. And I know people get mad at me for that, but it's difficult for me to do that. But I'll do it if I have to. But I think it's if I can sing a great melody and writing the words are important to me because they have to tell a story that is an honest story in the sense that I think there's a little bit of me in every song I write and a lot of me, even though it sounds like it's about somebody else completely different, because our stories in life are really intertwined as human beings, and we all connect and relate to those stories because we've all experienced something that's very similar. And that's what makes us all so much more the same than we think we are. And I think for me, it's those three components. So I kind of do it all together, but I will say that probably writing the lyrics takes me the longest time. The music seems to come, the melodies do come, but it's the message in the words that I don't want to be a preacher ever. It wouldn't be a good job for me, but I want to connect with people and tell the story in a way that we can all relate to it.
So does the melody come before the lyric for you? Do you hear the melody first?
Yes, the melody does come. Now that you asked the question, that I do get a melody, and a lot of times I over the years I've gotten melodies and songs in my dreams. So,
that makes sense, actually. And have you ever been, you know, wakened and had to go and write stuff down or say something into a recorder or just get it down quickly before it passes?
Constantly. But it's not so much nowadays. I guess maybe because I'm getting older, I'm sleeping better. I don't know. But I still have these very vivid dreams. But my family members go, I heard you moaning last night in your dream again, you know, because I have very vivid dreams.
Knock off eating the peanut butter before you go to bed, right?
Yeah. Good thought. No, but yeah, I do get the melodies because your mind doesn't stop when you sleep. I discovered that a long time ago.
Oh, no, yeah.
You could actually suggest, you could you can be working on a project and make a suggestion to yourself just before you go to sleep, and it will continue to work on that.
Yes.
And for me, it's songwriting, right? So I hear the melodies. One time several times I've heard the complete song produced,
Wow.
and I had to wake up and run to the piano and figure out what I heard, because there's no way you can translate that unless you're Beethoven, I guess. But
Yeah.
and that guy was apparently a genius and a half, right?
Yeah.
but,
Prodigy,
but
genius, all of it. Yeah.
I can't do that. so, so I would run to the piano, sing the melodies in the phone, into my voice message or in my phone. If I had a recorder, I would sing in I would keep a recorder by the bed. Now I find myself doing it more spontaneous writing, more just sitting in the studio jamming with myself, just.
Yeah. Right.
And then, but there's something I hear somewhere sometimes. I mean, I hear it in my head, and then try. And then, I guess as a songwriter, over years, you build up this backlog of stuff, and your memory actually doesn't forget it. So most songwriters have 1,000 songs that no one's ever going to hear, right?
Right. Yeah.
So all that stuff is there, but there's probably a little piece in there that ends up. So my process is let it happen.
Let it happen.
Let it happen. Let it flow. And but I do think the melody. I think you're right about that. It kind of sparks it.
Exactly. Tesla Bella, who's a wonderful actress, comedian, voice artist, she says, "That's incredible, Bruce." And Christopher Joseph Music said, "Great interview. I can so relate, Bruce. Your songwriting experiences. Flower Power in Pennsylvania says, Bruce, you should keep your journal next to your bed so you can wake up and write thoughts and lyrics down. So have the journal right there next to the bed, I guess, huh?"
I can't. You know what? Good suggestion, because there's been times when I go, God, I got this great lyric. I remember it, but I fell back asleep, and I have to go back. Okay, well, and usually it comes back, but I've lost them when I should have had it.
Right, exactly. I want to give them a little music here, and we have a clip. I love this. Let It Happen, so profound. Willie's funny. Sing, Bruce, sing. First, we want to introduce you to who he is and learn about his life.
Who am I?
That's right. Who is the person that's singing? You got to learn about him. Or Tess says, use a recorder. Yeah, maybe just when you probably have various things that you do to
I have various things.
Document it as you're going along, right? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I document. I got to the point where I go to the computer, play it on the guitar or a piano.
Yes.
And then go straight to the computer and write the chord changes down and the lyric. Yeah. And I mean, the first couple albums, I just winged it. But I found out later on that what seemed to be easier in those days gets more difficult as more in life is happening. So you've just got to...
focus, right? Focus.
It does require focus.
And taking the time. We do have a clip here. This one is cool. And is this Good Vibrations?
This song?
Yeah.
I can't see what it says there.
Oh, Good Medicine. This is Good Medicine.
Good Medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Tell us about Good Medicine.
I wrote Good Medicine when I was on the road with my band. We were somewhere in Lake Tahoe in a hotel room in between shows, and my guitar player came up to me with a lick, and he had a little thing he was doing on the guitar, and I just started singing a lyric and a melody to it. And he said, "Oh, that's really cool. Keep going." And I said, "Okay." And then I made suggestions. "Okay, go here, do the chorus." And we came up with the chorus, and so the original one was really totally different than what we have here, but it's still the same. The heart and soul is still the same. But that's where that song came from.
So that's where it came from.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And when I made the new album, Ocean of Souls, I always had that that song. I always had it in my backlog stuff that hadn't made it to a record yet.
Oh, it's a
And
great, great song. This is good medicine. Something we all could use right about now is some good medicine. And you come from a family of doctors and
nurses,
nurses. So good medicine is a good thing, and good
yeah.
music is good medicine too. Can be very healing. So this is Big Rain. This is Bruce Guynn, our very special guest. He's going to play live as well. He's got selections all ready to go live, as well as more music here. And let's kick it off with Good Medicine here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Gang, enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, keep the comments coming as you watch us here live worldwide on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's time for some good medicine on a Friday night.
Kindness keep me in line. I was born with a weakness for the lady in that moonshine. Here I am crying, looking for a way out. I need some good medicine. Oh yeah. I'm not here for apology. Don't want no redemption. Now you can take me as you please, or leave me head down on my knees. Here I am wondering where my youth has gone. I need some good medicine. You got to bring it over. Got to have it in the morning. Got to have it in the night. No, I need it every day. Good medicine.
It's the sort of like an abbreviated version, huh?
Well, it just stop? It stopped, huh?
Yeah, sometimes when we have to do it manually with
Yeah,
MP3s,
they
they can
freeze.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all right.
they can do it. We might be able to do a
Yeah.
reboot because it's worth people
Well, my
hearing.
computer does that sometimes.
Yeah, MP3s, it's just sort of it's a
Yeah.
little strange. But tell us about that song again, some more about that because that's really cool.
That
It's
song
got
is
such a great
about,
sound.
yeah, it's thank you. Thank you very much. It's a song about trying to, survive in life, but
So there it is. Okay, so
yeah.
we're gonna bring it back from the beginning.
All
But
right.
yeah, tell us about that again.
It's for me it was a song about surviving in life. Uh, it's we all face obstacles. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way.
right.
And what may be an obstacle to one person sometimes is not to another person. But it's about overcoming those obstacles, understanding life's relationships in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really a song about love and kindness. In other words,
Yeah.
it's really was what we need is more of that. So it's
Tell
really
me. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like it's a song about love and kindness, to be honest, and that people need to share that,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing what a little kindness can do for a person when they're really having a hard time.
Yes.
It's just, if you just take a minute and be quiet for a while and listen to what they have to talk about, and don't say a word, just let them tell you. Just let that person speak their mind.
Right.
And it's all you have to do. And then just be kind.
Right.
And it can change their whole situation.
Absolutely.
So I guess it's about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Just to show you some of the great comments coming in, double hearts from Flower Power in Pennsylvania, Merlin in Canada, I'm loving it. Tess Labella, love it. It's like happy hour. Christopher Joseph in Ohio, good medicine, classic rock song. Kathy Short, lots of claps and hearts. Mary Bishop, wonderful Bruce, reliving my teen years with the sound. And Anne says love with hearts as well. So they love that, even just that quick little clip there. So we're going to give him some more, a little bit of an encore. Willie in Holland as well. And we're just getting started, folks. Lots more music, conversation, inspiration, levity. And let's hear that song again and see if it plays through. This is good medicine. You could never have enough good medicine. You know, what is it? A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Yeah, right.
That too.
Whatever you do, don't get sick around a nurse.
That's right. All right, folks. Good medicine on a Friday night.
I need some love and kindness. Keep me in line. I was born with a weakness for the lady in that moonshine. Here I am crying, looking for a way out. I need some good medicine. Oh yeah. I'm not here for apology. Don't want no redemption. Now you can take me as you please, or leave me head down on my knees. Here I am wondering where my youth has gone. I need some good medicine. You know you got to bring it over. Got to have it in the morning. Got to have it in the night. No, I need it every day. Good medicine. Good medicine. I need some good medicine. How? When I gotta have it. Come on. Come on, baby, bring it over. Bring it over tonight. Come on, baby. fix it up. So it's just right. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Got to have it in the morning. Got to have it in the night. No, I need it every day. Good medicine. Got to have it in the morning. Got to have it in the night. No, I need it all the time. Good medicine. Good medicine. Good medicine.
Smooth as silk. That was really, really awesome. Really good. I'm glad that glad they got that encore performance and they heard the rest because, like Christopher says in Ohio, nice lead guitar solo. Merlin in Canada saying my favorite genre of music. Go Bruce. Christopher even says I could hear Mick Jagger and Rolling Stones even doing this number.
That'd be a good one. Yeah, let's
Quite
get
a
that.
compliment.
Get that to them.
Yeah, that's right. Fax them right now. Flower Power says groovy, and a couple more that have come in here. It's nice to see, the viewer reaction. Jen is Zen, claps from Willie, and still with us at almost 2 a.m. in Holland, and she's still here live with us. So true, be kind, never know what's going on in folks' lives. Like you said earlier, Bruce, that was spot on. Absolutely. Tesla Bella says, fabulous. Bravo. Really, really awesome. Good stuff. I tell you, what are some of the things that inspire you to write your music, Bruce? Life? Are you an observer of life?
Yeah, I am. I'm inspired by things that happen in society. I am inspired by the struggles other people are going through, and I relate to that. And for me, with my music, I have been accused of being the master of hope from some others. A very good lyric songwriter. He said to me, "You're amazing. You're the master of hope." And I said, "What does he mean by that?" He goes, "No matter," and I've done I've used his lyrics at times. We've collaborated on lyrics for songs. And he says to me, "Somehow you seem to take the hardest subject to deal with for people, a hard time, and you turn it into something good and hope." And I guess for me, that is kind of the inspiration. I feed off of the things I see in the world. And I think that's just where it comes from. And I think for some reason as a child, it was ingrained in me. If you've ever had a rough bringing up as a child, you've been through a lot of things. It stays with you for a long, long time. And some people never, ever get over what happened to them as a child. And some people doesn't happen until they're 60 years old and they realize, oh, that's why I'm a flaming alcoholic. I hated my life when I was a child, right? So for me, it's a way of turning the table on and taking a bad situation and looking for a better future. So I think that's what inspires me.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
I think
that's beautiful. I mean, you're being inspired by life itself and people and experiences, and that's very soulful, heart-centric and soulful, which is reflected in the music. Good rhythmic music, good feeling music, all of the above. Yet at the same time, there's a lot of depth to what you're presenting, right?
Yes.
You wanted to connect with people.
I wanted to connect because I was told a long time ago, if you're writing the song and you're connecting with it and you're connected to it, other people are going to like it and connect to it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I learned that, I said, well, yeah, I think that's the simplest way to put it. In other words, there's a lot of other people that connect into life the same way you do, even though you think
Right.
you're an individual. So if you're connecting to it, they will connect with it. And I think that's the key for live performance as well.
Exactly. A couple more comments coming in from our viewers, our lovities around the world. Tess says, really, really awesome. Mary Bishop, great song. Love it. Christopher Valencia loves that "oh yeah" in the song. And Flower Power says, Bruce, do you have a book out or will you write a book soon?
Oh, that's a
Turning
good
you
question.
into an author.
Well, I don't think I have the patience to write a whole book because that's why I probably chose poetry and music, because I could put it in smaller statements.
Right.
But I do write about life, and I do write about things I know.
Mm-hmm.
And as a songwriter, it's if I can connect and understand it, then I can write about it. But
Exactly.
I've threatened to come out with a book of poetry for about 25 years.
So stay tuned, folks. If he does, we
If
will
I
have
do.
a world premiere here on the Jim Masters Show Live. He'll come back on our show.
That'd
He'll
be cool.
premiere it here. And once again, we'll have yet another world premiere on our series. Speaking of that, we've got an incredible song here on the show. This one, Good Medicine, it was awesome. You knocked that out of the park, my friend. This is Take Me to Heaven. And again, folks, he's there in the studio of New Coast Records, just south of San Francisco on the coast in California. He's going to perform live for us as well. We're just giving you, during the course of our conversation, some samples of his incredible music, some snippets, and he'll be performing live for us. So don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on a Friday Night Live worldwide here on the Jim Masters Show Live on our YouTube channel. Good to have all these happy faces with us here tonight. We love seeing all of the lovities here. Spread the word. Still time to tell your friends to tune in because there's lots of music coming up and good, inspiring conversation. This song here, tell us about the origination and the inspiration for Take Me to Heaven.
Okay. That song is about a loved one. And this was my expression for my love for her. So it's really a love song.
So others might even connect their
Yeah.
loved ones with this song.
Yeah, it's a song about life and love and what that person really means to you. And this is the story of how this song came to me. I'll tell you. I was driving to a show with Peter, my old buddy Peter, and Big Rain was doing a show in Monterey, California. And we were in the car driving down to Monterey. And I said, Pete, I got this song melody. It's called Take Me to Heaven. And I started singing the chorus to him. I said, it goes like this. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. And he started singing the harmony part. And there's more lines to come. Matter of fact, we'll play that song for you live in a little while down the road here. But and then Peter was sitting in the other seat going, oh, that's great, I like that. He started singing the harmony part, and we wrote the chorus in the car on the way down to the show. So that's how that song got born.
Wow, that's amazing. We'll give him a sample of that right now, which is awesome. Again, Take Me to Heaven with the one and only Bruce Guynn, Big Rain, coming up for you right now. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday night with us live here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Right now, it's time to get on that lovity train. We're going to take you to heaven.
I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven. I miss you when I'm on the road. I want you by my side to share this load. In this world where it's hard to catch a break, Losing you would be my biggest mistake. Oh, yes, it would. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven tonight. When I'm lost, can't find my way, you always know what to say to me. Oh, yes, you do. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven tonight. Oh, yeah. I would never know, I could never leave you. I could never hurt you. Oh, no, I can't. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven tonight. Oh, won't you take me now? Tonight. Tonight, oh tonight, oh take me there. Tonight, oh, I go crazy when I see your smile.
That's damn good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jeez. How do you feel when you hear it back? I mean, it's like
sitting here listening to it. It makes me think about all the where the song came from, and you know, it kind of makes me feel like I'm floating on air for a moment.
Doesn't it?
I'm here because I'm getting goosebumps, and it's because people are enjoying this, and I'm feeling like we're connecting with the world, and it's quite amazing when you think about it. It's the same feeling you get when you're live on a stage, and but it makes me, when I hear the song sitting here, I'm not critiquing anything. It's so nice to hear it. And
you're enjoying it. Yeah, as a listener, as a consumer of it, right?
Yeah, and I'm not critiquing it, and it's so different from that as to what we're doing yesterday in the studio, mixing the new stuff, you know. But it's funny. This leads me. The process is really an amazing human life process. Music, in that I feel as you get older, and I'm no spring chicken, and as you get older, you really start to just kind of kick back and appreciate it a lot more. You know, I remember things now that happened when we were on the label, and people did things to help us, and we met certain people along the way who were like maybe a hero to us. And at the time I thought, well, that's just part of the business, right?
Right.
And then you go back, and as you move along and your career takes different paths in your life, you go back and you think about it, and you go, wow, that was really cool, you know?
Right.
So it's the same kind of feeling when I hear the song played like this.
Because sometimes, like earlier, when you're creating it and it's fresh and it's you're still, emotionally attached to, the work, the production, the sound, the nuances, the words, the lyric, the lyrics, the melodies, the creating of the craft. And now you can sit and breathe and let it sweep over you like it does for everybody else who wasn't involved in the creation and getting it right and all the hard work that it takes to have it sound so smooth and effortless and cool vibes and everything. You get to enjoy it fully now, which is a cool thing, right?
It is very cool, and I'm learning to do it more sooner.
Yeah,
I've discovered that
not waiting 15 years to appreciate it.
And not waiting so long, and then not being so meticulous with everything.
Yeah. A lot of creative people, we all tend to be
overdoing.
We find things, overthinking about it, and we find things that even somebody else would never have noticed until we mentioned it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we say, I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, constantly that happens to me.
Yeah. Why did I bring that up?
I say, well, listen to it now. He says, well, gee, it sounds the same as the last time I heard it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good. Leave it alone.
Right.
And so you just gotta, as you move along in your career, you figure that out. But this is nice because you get to hear it, and it's pretty cool.
Now, you wanted to also play some material live for us too, right,
Sure,
Bruce? What did you want to
Can I
throw at us live? We'd love that.
Well, the songs you just heard
Yeah.
are on the new album, Ocean of Souls. So if you go to my website, you can get that album. You can download it and all that. And there's another album on there called Big Rain Cafe, which is, I decided to mention that because I probably should let you guys know. Big Rain Cafe is another album that's got a lot of my original hits on it, about 12 of them on this album. And that's on there too. This new album, Ocean of Souls, is relatively young and just really starting to get some traction.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I haven't had to struggle too much to get radio and get people to hear it.
Yeah.
But and so that's a good sign on the commercial side of it.
Yes.
But it's very satisfying to share it with people like this. So we will do, and I would like to.
I just want you to see before some of the feedback, which is incredible.
Okay.
Ken, Flower Power in Allentown says, Ken and I have a 1974 gold VW Beetle convertible and a 1980 VW camper van. This music is chillin' groovy. Slancha, of course, the Irish toast with the Volkswagens in their yard. Tess says, fabulous, bravo, really, really awesome. Great, great song, love it. And we're talking about Take Me to Heaven and a lot more. Double hearts here, and it's really cool to see all this. Christopher Joseph Music says, Take Me to Heaven, great song and harmonies. Merlin in Canada says, wow, awesome. Lots of claps from Tess LaBella. Mary Bishop says, you were so talented, Bruce. Another great song sung beautifully as well. And Christopher Valencia, you can have it if you really want. Merlin, all kinds of emojis of music. Flower Power, awesome jam. Looks like Michelle Shine says top shelf. Oh, do we hear some ducks?
I hear ducks somewhere.
Oh. I know they're not coming from here because we're inside.
I heard some squeaks.
But it's cool.
We may have a ghost in the studio. We may have a ghost in the studio.
I was going to say the Canadian geese flying. See, here on the Northeast, they fly south for the winter, so they're making their home in the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida. They fly south. I guess you had some.
Could have been my chair squeaking. I don't know.
I tell you, even the geese love you, Bruce. those are Guynn geese.
Thank God somebody loves me. Oh.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome jam. Christine Clifton in North Carolina. Great harmonies, rhythms, really terrific lyrics. Great song. Thank you, Bruce. Jen is Zen. Good stuff. I just wanted you to see the way, the community we've created here all these many weeks, and the levity and the way they respond, which I think is cool, and to see, the response to your work. So is that the singers warming up in the back there, the geese?
Well, we did you get on the phone and get those singers over
I
here?
couldn't find them.
You couldn't find them.
That's
We'll
how they
hire
do
them
their
if we get them. Yeah.
Where'd
they
they go?
they do their vocal warm up. That's they're doing their vocal warm
La
up.
la 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 la. Yeah, that's right. Well, we've been talking, so I'm warmed up, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want to have? Do you want to introduce Stu?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's bring Stu Wilson into the picture here.
wow, Stu Wilson.
Yeah,
How you doing?
it's Stu, my new partner in crime in the last 8 months, huh?
Something like that. A good 8 months.
Good 8 months.
So how did
But,
you guys connect? How did you guys meet?
Well, I called. I was looking for a studio, and I called my buddy Toby. Hey, Toby Gray, if you're out there, thank you.
Toby Gray.
Toby Gray, and Santa Cruz boy, and he's a good man, great player, and you know the Beautiful Day.
Yes.
You know the band. It's a Beautiful Day.
Toby was bass player.
Toby was the bass player there. And so I called Toby and I said, Toby, I need a studio. Do you know anybody locally? And he said, I know this studio called Stusik Studios right there in Aptos. I said, what? In my own backyard. And he gave me the phone number. I picked up the phone. I called Stu. And it was like the first time I talked to him on the phone. He was such a nice guy. I said,
Well, that's only because Toby gave me a heads up and said, be nice to this guy, Bruce.
did he tell you that? Toby said that. He probably did. No,
And Bruce told me you were going to play the cello, but it looks like it shrunk.
Well, I can play it down here.
you know what it is? It's a fiddle in, right?
There you go. Yeah, it's a violin, fiddle, it's all
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah,
It's just what comes out of it.
You know?
And they're
Better
available on
tune this.
UVC.
There you go.
I better tune this guitar. I've been sitting here for a while. And, so you guys have to put up with me tuning.
Hey. No, it's nice. Behind the scenes.
Best well-known songs in the world, tuning.
Right?
Yeah, we can make a song out of this. I'm sure we can do it. We sound we're close, huh?
Yeah.
You're getting close,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I think we're good.
Awesome.
We're going to do a song called From Your Spirit. And it's, I think we all need to loosen up a little bit, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Sing it from your spirit. Let the whole world hear it. Sing it loud. Listen to the music as it fills the air with a message and melody all can share. It's a time for celebration, time simply be. And the music has the power, set our spirit free. Sing it from your spirit, let the whole world hear it. Sing it from your spirit, sing it loud. The music has the power to take us so far away. Sure does. From the trials, tribulations every day. It's a time for celebration, time simply be, yeah. And the music has the power to set our spirit free. Sing it from your spirit, let the whole world hear it, yeah. Sing it from your spirit, sing it loud. Come on, bro. Sing it loud. You gotta sing it from your spirit. You gotta sing it, yeah. You gotta sing it, whoa, whoa. Sing it loud.
Yeah.
All right.
Really nice. That is really, really nice. Great comments coming in here. Bravo, guys, from Merlin in Canada. Lovely violin from Bernadette. Flower power. Jen is then. She was. She grabbed this soft tambourine and was playing along with you guys.
All right.
Christopher says, love the violin and guitar together. And really cool stuff here. So the sound of the two instruments and the way you guys play off each other is fantastic. Really, really.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure. That's an awesome song. That really, really is. These songs, some of them have, like that one has a little bit of an anthem feel. I mean, I can almost hear that because of the positivity and the depth and feeling of that song. I can almost hear that song being used in ways that inspire people, give them hope in larger venues, almost in an anthem, like a softer anthem.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. It's interesting. You're the second person that said that to me who's in the industry.
Yeah.
I consider you're in the industry. So another person who is a video promoter, I won't say his name because I don't want to, do that. But he said the same thing, and he also said that we should make an official video out of it, and we should, because it is on the album, and we should make an official video out of it. And he says he thought it would be a big winner in that regard. So,
yeah.
That'd be kind of. I had that song forever. I had that song. That song, I have to give some of the credit on this song to my buddy Peter because I wrote the song, but he helped me, back in those days on this song, and we wrote this song way back in the very beginning of almost the second album that we made, and it was on an album way back then before the record label days, and it never really found its way to a major recording until Ocean of Souls, and I didn't change much that we did together. So This song's been around a long time, and it every time we played it live back in those days, it did things for people. So I thought it would be a winner on this album. So anyway, thank you so much for your support.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. What else would you like to treat us with? We're on a roll here. This is awesome. We're loving it.
Let's do Ocean of Souls.
Ocean of Souls, good song.
Title song of the album, Ocean of Souls.
All right.
One more of those. Oh, I love that. One more. Here we go. I got a feeling, can't let go. Old friends, my heart recalls. Lost time runs through me. Rivers to the sea, ocean of souls, ocean of souls, all alone in a drift, waiting to go home. Just lies passing through, not any different, nah, 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 me and you. Ocean of soul, ocean of soul, ocean of soul, ocean of soul, on my mind, on my mind. Only love let you know, only love save your soul. Only love let you see how much we are the same. Ocean of soul, 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 ocean of soul. Wherever they roam, ocean of soul now. Wanna go home, ocean of soul.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Thank you, Stu. Let's all hear it for
Thank you,
Stu.
Bruce.
Absolutely. You guys
That
are
guy can
great
play
together.
that thing, huh? He can
Yeah.
play that thing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Absolutely, absolutely. Stu, what is it like working with Bruce, knowing Bruce and how much heart and soul he puts into it, and how this has been a continuing dream of his all these years, and here you are part of this in these different ways. How does that feel for you, Stu?
Well, it's been fun. When I first got to know Bruce, I
Wait,
thought it was just
you
going to
notice he said that in past tense.
you're right. It's gotten better. That's why. It went from fun to great.
Oh man.
What was it when Bruce first came? He wants to record some music. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know Bruce. I was like, who's this guy? Okay, so he comes in. We start doing stuff, and I think he knew I played fiddle.
Yeah.
I did not know, actually.
Maybe he didn't, but eventually that came out, and he's like, hey, I got this gig up in Davenport. You want to sit in and play with me? And I was like, what are we going to play? And he says, don't worry, I'll give you a list, and we'll go from there. So we did that. So that's kind of how we learned to play together. And then before you know it, he's like, well, why don't we add a little violin to this song? Or why don't we add a little to that song? Or, and it became a thing.
Right.
And now we're playing together.
Yeah.
And so it was great how it just kind of over the course of, probably 2 or 3 months when we first got to know each other.
Yeah, yeah.
It
just
became
it
a
just
thing.
evolved. It just evolved very, very naturally, and it wasn't out of necessity. It was just like we wanted to do this. You know? And I tell you what really blows my mind about Stu is, being in a band and stuff and playing with a lot of different people, there's different players. There's different kind of people who play different things. Everyone has a different process, how they learn and what they want to play and how they approach it and and all that. And I had been in, when Peter and I were in a band, we were just connected by the hip. We didn't have to talk about how we were going to play the song. We just showed up to the show and we just said, okay, let's go. There was I didn't even need a list. We just called songs. And we just knew what each other was going to do. And the next band was kind of like that, but not the same. I really missed that, just let it happen thing. But that band started to get there. The last band I was in, some people were sort of meticulous and, they had their process was really specific. They weren't as spontaneous as I liked, And what I loved about Stu was, I said, Stu, let's just go do this gig. I'll tell you the key and you play.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I go, I know you can do that. He goes, yeah, I can do that. It was like, that's heaven to me, man. Because I could just, as long as he knows the basic crux of the song, I can go anywhere I want. Which is really what music is supposed to be, in my opinion. But when you play in bands, the singer has to come in at the right time, and the bass player has to be on the downbeat at the right time, and the background vocals have to happen. And when you come to sing the background vocal, you got to sing in your part. And if you don't, you could go off the rail, right?
It could be, right?
Could be, but if you're really connected, you don't go off the rail ever. You just create a new rail.
Right, you create a new rail, exactly.
And that's what I love about Stu. So I got my hats off to you that you can do that. I'm not sure I can always do that. So good job, bro.
Bruce always holds it down. So that
Yeah.
for a color instrument, that's everything, because it'll be there. I don't have to worry about something strange coming from somewhere. It'll be where it's supposed to be, and that makes it easy just to play along.
Play over it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got a future.
It's a real symbiotic relationship. You guys have a real right. Absolutely. Tess says music is the language of love. Carla, who's watching in South America and Brazil, she's one of our regulars. She just popped on. She says, what a Friday night. Amazing strings and Bruce and Stu. Nice rhythm. Loving it as well. So you're getting props coming in from Brazil. Bernadette says music is a balm and a salve for our souls, especially in 2020. It really is.
Yes.
Is from Carla. Merlin says, so enjoying your music, guys. And Bernadette, so soothing. Claps from Kathleen in New York City. Sherry, Show and Line says, wow, absolutely love your song. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your music with us, Bruce and Stu. Tess goes, going to download right now. We'll be right back.
Oh, great. We can. New Coast Records says thank you very much.
That's right. That's right. Love it from Kathy Short. Carla in Brazil. Goosebumps while listening to that song. Bravo from Bernadette. And Tess says, hey, welcome, Stu. So you can, there's lovely for you too, Stu, from everybody. And
from now on, it's going to be violin solos for the rest of the night.
That's it. That's it. What else do you want to play
Just
for
call
us?
out the key.
Huh?
Just call out
I'll
the
just
key.
call out the key.
Yeah.
You want to do the A minor song?
There you go.
Actually,
Well,
before you
Well,
do
I didn't know how long we were going to go tonight, so I made a list of 3 songs.
Oh, that's good. You can do.
Yeah.
We're here. We go. You know, it's all off the cuff. We don't have any limit. There's no. You know, we just go with
Okay.
the flow. And before we do that, tell us a little bit about the studio setting where you guys are. It looks like a
Yeah,
fantastic
Stu,
studio.
this guy, the other thing I love about Stu is I think, don't tell him I said this.
Yeah.
I
No,
think-
it's just
I think
between
he-
us and the Lovities.
I think he's a technical genius.
You know, I'm telling you, the audio coming through is
Is
spectacular.
it good?
And when you're dealing with internet and Wi-Fi and the craziness, that's not always the case. And it really is pristine. Really is pristine.
Yeah, you know, he has figured out how to do this, so now we can do what you're doing. We can broadcast our own shows, and it's going to sound. Apparently, if it passes your mustard, then it's going to sound quite good. I think we're on the right track, Stu. And this guy, I don't know. I know you were an engineer.
That's true.
Yeah. What?
Actually, my background originally when I was a youngster was physics.
Physics.
So that goes into engineering, music, everything. You know, it all ties together.
Yeah.
This studio was a dream of mine for years and years and years. And one of the frustrations I had is when I was recording in other studios, they never had the air volume to do violin right. In fact, most acoustic instruments, because if you don't have a big enough space,
Yeah.
it doesn't come across right.
Right.
And so you
problem.
want to be
Exactly.
able to pick it up and make it sound good. So
Right. Is somebody
my
hosing
greatest-
down a sidewalk or something?
I don't think so.
Do you hear a buzz?
You hear like so it's like water being hosed onto a sidewalk, like a shh.
Could have been my instrument. I might have been moving
Well,
around.
No, you
Could
still
be
hear
different
it,
things.
and it's like a water sound. It's like a hose being sprayed on a sidewalk. Because you know you did have the geese fly through a few minutes ago, so I could
Yeah, I know.
understand the hosing.
Well, maybe we have our own ghosts because you know
Yeah.
they seem for some reason they seem to follow me around. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like somebody has a hose and they're sort of spraying. You know, they're cleaning
could-
their sidewalk.
Well, that's a good. You know, this is our maiden run with you, by the way. So
Oh, thank you very much.
this
This is
is our-
another world premiere on our
this
show.
is the world premiere of this setup that we did in here, and I've learned quite quickly to when I walk in here, don't ask questions
Yeah, whatever it is,
Gotta
right?
focus. Yeah.
because you got to do step by step by step.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
And I have a tendency, to go from here to there to there to here.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Well,
gotta-
Bernadette says, loving the gentle and mellow vibe from you guys. And Tess Labella, only on the Jim Masters show. How blessed we are. Thank you, Tess. I appreciate that. Christine in North Carolina is saying, your connection when playing together is felt through the camera. I'm sure even more so in person. You know, if people saw you guys in person too.
well, gee,
Thank you.
we're going to have to make this a steady
Do
gig.
this a little bit more often.
Yeah, you're welcome back anytime. All of our guests are always welcome back. If you're ever down in the dumps or stuck, come
Feeling
right
depressed? I have a feeling that I could call you and you cheer me up.
That's it. Absolutely. I'm a Libra, so we're all about balance and harmony.
Hey, there's only 2 of us left, or 3 of us, and all the lovities.
And all the lovities. And Tesco's, sing it from your spirit.
Yeah, yes. That's where that song came from. It's a song about music and what music can do for you, and it's that's what that song's about.
Cool stuff.
Simply
Cool
put.
stuff. So, what's next for us?
I guess we'll do. Should we do what's on the list? I'm not going to wing it with you, so you.
We can do anything.
We could do anything.
Yeah.
Let me think here. Okay, first time ever. No time for the news. It's up to us, win or lose. It's our choice to make. No free rides, no place to hide. Now we can decide. We see wrong, speak out. We will fly again. Please don't let this story end, my friend. We will fly again and again and again, my friend. Freedom become just another word. The truth is never heard. It's our time to make a stand. When belief is all we know, no more room to grow. Lost our chance for change. We will fly again. Please don't let this story end, my friend. We will fly again and again and again, my friend. No time to ask why. No reason to cry. And I won't say goodbye. Goodbye. Oh. Take a solo. Wilson, folks. We will fly again. Please don't let this story end, my friend. We will fly again and again and again, my friend. Again and again and again, my friend. Again and again and again, my friend. Stand up, speak out. Come on, stand up, speak out. You gotta stand up, you gotta speak out.
Yeah. You know what I love is the way when you guys look at each other and it's like there's just something there as far as when you're playing together and playing so beautifully and it melds so flawlessly like that. It's really magical, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little magic here tonight. How about you,
working.
brother? It's
I love
working.
it.
It's
The
working.
energy's there.
The energy's there. It's working. I mean,
Well,
I think.
I gotta
Well, he's a
tell you.
professional, this guy.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you both are.
But
We're doing we're going to be doing or we're working towards it. And of course, not right now because nobody's going anywhere, but a Lovity cruise where
woo!
viewers from around the world are going to be joining us on a Lovity cruise with Jim Masters and the show and the whole bit. And they're already saying, we need these guys on our Lovity cruise, Jim. So the viewers are already inviting you to go eventually when we put it together on our Lovity cruise. How cool that would be.
I would actually like that. That would
fun.
that would be fun. I need a cruise.
Yes. And Tess LaBella goes and the crowd goes wild.
That's great. Well, thank you guys. You guys are
Thank you
really
so
wonderful.
much.
You're so kind, actually. Well, we certainly appreciate it. And
Yeah.
there's nothing more than a musician appreciates is when people appreciate the musician. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I would imagine, with you guys, it must really make you feel good when you get the feedback from people who really get it, they feel it. And because sometimes you never know the lives you're touching through the creative arts until somebody tells you, maybe years later, that thing that you did, that thing that you created, that song or that production or the thing you acted in or whatever, how much it meant to them and how much it touched their life. And
Well, you're so right, man.
your
You are
music
so
really transcends a lot of different emotions. There's a lot of different. You can't be pigeonholed. You're not somebody who would be pigeonholed because your music, even what you're sharing with us tonight, there's a lot of different nuances to it all that I'm picking up and the viewers are picking up, which is really amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You hit on something that was a learning experience for me because since you did that, you get it. You really do. I'm impressed because you're younger than me and you got it. It took me longer to figure that out, what you just said. I spent my first 20 years in the music business trying to survive, right?
Right.
But making good music and enjoying it and really, really appreciating it. And there was a time when, same guy, but what really made me understand what you just said was people, fans, telling me that that's what the music did for them. I didn't get it. I thought I got it. I understood it, intellectually and in my heart, but I didn't really get it until I got on social media and people from all over the world were becoming fans. And they were telling me what the music was doing for them. They were telling me, and I'm going, wow, I finally get it. They actually taught me, the people that listen to music, actually, I believe, have taught me more about music than the people. Maybe let's make it 50-50, not to piss off a bunch of great musicians. But in the heart of it, they taught me what heart really meant. And then I said to myself, wow. I went through this epiphany. I'm not kidding. And you just brought that out. I went through this. I go, wow, this stuff really does connect with people. I'm not just another guy. I'm actually doing something good for people. And when I realized that what I was doing was not about me, was not about me and what I did and what I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it, but they really drive it home. When you find out it's not about you, it's about what it does for other people. It's truly inspiring, and that's what you just said, man.
Yeah, I get the whole thing.
Good on you. Good on you, man.
Well, people have said I operate from a higher consciousness. I'm intuitive, and I'm a high-level empath. So I sort of get it all, and music's one of those things. And
Yeah.
a lot
Very
of people too, and I think you'll probably agree, maybe even both of you, that, like you say, the music is for everybody else, yet you're fed from the response, which is a beautiful thing. It keeps you moving forward when you get the response. But probably there's other energies like you are, and we've talked about this with some other artists on the show, where they'll say, I am the instrument, but there's other energies that are flowing through me. I'm sort of like a conduit. I'm a facilitator.
That's right.
Things greater than myself that are flowing through, and it's coming out in my painting or my acting or my gardening or my singing or my musicianship, whatever that thing is. Me as a communicator, coming out through communication and broadcasting and hosting and all these things I do in TV and radio, it's there's something that's flowing through. And when you sort of tap into that, it's amazing, isn't it?
It really is amazing when you tap into that. And you have to just forget about, in order to really tap into it, you have to forget about what's in your head and what you think you know. And it's the same thing like when we're singing a song, right?
Absolutely.
I'm doing a lead vocal. I have to figure out how to get out of my own mind and do all the right things without having to think about it, and then just do it. And it's the same thing that you're describing. There's something else going on. There's some other energies flowing through us. I do think it does emanate from the person somewhere within their heart and soul, but there is something, an outside force that drives us to continue when a lot of people would just give up. You know?
Right.
For me, I think it's proof there's a cosmic consciousness.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely out there. It just comes in. You're a conduit for it all.
Yeah, and the conduit analogy is perfect, because I do kind of see myself as a messenger.
Right.
A
And
messenger.
that, when you get to the point in life, no matter what it is you do, where you've clicked into that, it just makes what you do even more richer and deeper and connecting and even more fulfilling for you as the creator of it. Right?
Absolutely. It's easier to live with it too.
Right.
It's much easier to live with. It's much easier to live with your art.
Right.
If there wasn't a commercial world that we had to succeed in, and we didn't have to promote, and we didn't have to do certain things and abide by some rules, I think we might be, we can't say this because I'm not saying don't make money and, don't be, but if we didn't have those other constraints, who knows what we could actually create artistically. So
I think you hit on something that a lot of people are right now, and everything that's been happening in this particular year with all the things we've had to deal with and go through, the challenges and the unknown and morphing and adapting and everything that we've known has shifted or stopped or changed or going into new realities. A lot of people from all walks of life are reassessing, reevaluating. They are saying, okay, this is what I've done up till now, but am I really doing the things that fulfill me? I've always done what took care of that or them over there or this one over here. I've followed the path and everything that was set maybe even for that person. But now a lot of people are saying, you know what? I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to pick up a guitar. I've always wanted to create this or create my thing. And right now, a lot of people they've been, because there's been time to do it, sort of reassessing and finding their true purpose and who they
Yes, yeah.
are and why they're here, and where this gigantic pause that's been thrust upon us in so many different ways has given us pause to look at ourselves and say, okay, what next? What do we want to do next? How do we want to rise from the ashes of everything? And how do we want to be more loving and kinder and more collaborative, less divisive, less, more empathetic, and work together. I'm big with all that. And we have to do that. And I hope we come out of all this that way. But
Me too.
a lot of people individually are also reassessing who they are and what they want to do sort of with the rest of their lives. And it's a cool time in that respect. Everything
In that
else,
respect, yeah, it really is. We can be on the cusp of something really great, and it's a really cool time in history. I think it's a really great opportunity here in America for us to really, really decide who we want to be and where we want to go. But individually, as people, you have to stand up to yourself once in a blue moon here, and you got to say, what do I really want to do with my life? And if you're supposed to be a singer and a songwriter, you better do it, or if you're supposed to be a great engineer or a great doctor or nurse, or just someone who wants to be the best bus driver in the world, or just do because they like the job, do it. Go do it. And people really need to follow their creative instincts, because life is so short and there are so many unhappy people who make a ton of money, but they hate what they're doing. They hate what they're doing. And I know this for a fact because I've played at so many venues and people come up after the show, oh, I just love the show, thank you so much. And it's really nice to hear that. But then some people want to open up and talk to you. And so I'm all ears. They tell me things. I've always wanted to play guitar, but I'm stuck in this insurance business. I said, you can still play guitar, man. And you might even get good enough. You could be a professional, Work your job, get that guitar and start playing it. Don't. Everybody puts walls in front of them. And they think, I have to do this or I'm not going to survive. We have to stop thinking like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have to stop thinking like that.
Right. I agree. And actually, we have somebody here who was a guest actually on our show last night. And she's
cool.
a wonderful actress and producer and very funny person, creative. And she's gone through health struggles. And she actually turned the health struggle of having colitis into a whole one-woman show and using humor about how she's gotten through. She says something interesting. And you're talking about, and it's perfect for what you just said, and maybe in reverse, if she rehears what you said, it'll sink in and guide her. But though she's not somebody who is the type to just throw in the towel, she will just sort of, pivot and say, okay, it's not working that way. Let's dust it off and move it this way. And sometimes you got to do it. It's a Bree Henderson, and she goes, amen. I wish I could create rather than be hindered because I don't have the money. I won't quit, but it would be nice if artists could afford to do more.
It is hard. Being an artist, if you make the choice to be an artist, you better realize that it's going to be a long road, and you're going to have to really love what you do. And you're going to have something in you that makes you get up every day and take on every challenge that comes your way. And if you can't do that, and you have to learn to live with that. And all along the road, I made sacrifices. And a lot of people don't understand, when I say sacrifice, they don't understand what I mean. But sacrifices, along the road, I had to go get money and take it out of my own pocket and pay for you people so that we could go do that, so that you could have the opportunity to do that. But I did it because I cared about my future and I cared about their future. And so, but there are people that just don't get it. they run up against the wall, and if it doesn't fit their criteria, they're done with it. And as an artist, you can't do that because you're going to run up against walls all the time. And life is like that too. I mean, life is like that. And if you run out of money, you run out of money. And you go find another job and stick with it. You go find another job, keep writing, keep going, don't quit. That's the thing is, if it's in you, don't quit, because when the day comes and it's your reckoning, and you're gonna say, I wish I tried, I wish I did, I wish I didn't do that, I wish I did. And it also requires that along the road there has to be people around you that get it and will support you through that rough time and say, and I have to be honest, the people in your life do have an impact on, I think, a lot of artists, myself included. There were certain people that came along at the right time.
Yeah.
And it could be a loved one, it could be a wife, it could be, they stuck by you,
Right.
And
They believed in you.
They believed that you will eventually break through. And not everybody's going to be a famous artist. Not everybody's going to be a famous actor or actress. I mean, acting got to be the most difficult thing in the world to make it in.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to, not everybody can write a great song, but they can be a great guitar player, maybe,
Right.
So it's just that, and not every, I'm not going to get famous. I didn't do this to be famous, but you got to do what you got to do, right? So you do it, but it does require people to believe in you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stu, I'm sure you agree with that, huh?
Oh, absolutely. I think the only thing I would add to what Bruce was saying is you can't be in the game for fame.
No.
As soon as that becomes your goal, it's all ego.
It's over.
It's the wrong thing. You got to be in there because you love it. You like giving to the world, and when you have that attitude that you're giving, everything comes back to you. So
yeah.
It's wonderful the way that works.
And I believe there are so many artists out there that if they just listen to him,
yeah,
and do their damnedest to write really good music. If you don't think the music is good enough, make it better. If you think you need help, get help. Collaborate with another great songwriter. If you think you need musicians, get them. Always get people that you believe are better than you at something. Always do that. And make a rule. You're going to play with the best in the world, whether you deserve it or not.
No, that's great. I have a friend who teaches tennis, and he's a great tennis player. And he always would say that. He still says it today. He goes, somebody above him actually told him, you want to play with people that are better than you.
Better than you.
Because a lot of people you would think would avoid that. Oh, I don't want to play with the person that's better than me because they'll show me up, or I'll feel less than, I won't be as good. But when you surround yourself with people who have made it, who are doing it, who care about it, and who are passionate, that's going to rub off, and you're going to learn.
It rubs off,
things,
yeah.
Right?
It really does. And if you have that same genetic makeup, you're going to go further. And but don't do it for fame, and don't do it for big money, because the only way that's going to happen is you're going to have to connect with people, and you're going to have to turn people on with your music, and you're going to have to be you.
Right.
Unless you're a really good actor like David. Well, David Bowie's a special human being, right? I mean, he took on a character, and man, did he do it.
Yes, right.
And he was just great.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do that. So I always tell new artists, be yourself, find out who you are as an artist. Work on your strengths, and if you have a weakness, find people who can help you with it.
Have you ever thought of teaching?
I have. I've been asked that recently, and as I get older, I'm thinking what I would like to teach. I could teach singing, I suppose, and how to play, but what would be fun to teach would be songwriting. because it encompasses every aspect of music. And
Bruce is the master of the hook. He knows how to find them.
they come in my head. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it comes from, I'll be honest. And I don't want to know. I don't care to find out.
You don't question it, right? You just let it.
No, I'm not going to question it. If it comes in a dream, if it comes from a simple chord progression, as long as I sit there and don't think about them, hopefully it'll keep happening. Because I don't want to really understand it, be honest with you.
Right.
It's good you say that. I don't want to know what it is. Don't you ever tell me.
Right. Don't tell.
Don't you ever tell me what you think it is.
I won't let you know.
Don't let me know.
Because you'd probably overthink it, dissect it, and obsess on the things, right? And so you'd rather not just let it flow, let it happen.
Yeah, you have to let music happen. Yeah. And
did that take time for you to get to that point to be able to do that?
I think I was born that way, to be honest. As a child, we had a piano, and I didn't know how to play it, but somehow I figured out how to make a few chords and sing with it. And I remember I said, well, when I got a little older, I said, I should learn how to play a piano. And I got a teacher, and he said, well, what do you want to learn? I said, teach me how to play the blues, man. I love blues, you know. Yeah. And so he taught me how to play blues piano, and I was sitting there, and I had it. I'd go there after work or something, I forget what it was, and I'd go into his place and say, Bruce, sit down, put on the headphones, and let's play with me. And he'd go, this is what this is a G7, this is, you know. And I'd start, and before I knew it, I was jamming on a blues with him on the piano. And then he noticed every time I started jamming on the piano, I started singing melodies. And he stopped the lesson, and he goes, I don't have students that do that. They can't do that. So I think I was supposed to do this because I had that going on. And when I first started playing bass, I hired the best bass player in Santa Cruz County. And, he'll love it. I give him a shout out. He plays in Jim's band. I can't remember his
Shout outs
name.
are definitely welcome. Absolutely.
It'll come to me, I hope. I'm really bad like that.
We don't charge for shout outs here.
Yeah. He played with, I can't think of the San Francisco. Really good. Anyway, I went to 2 lessons and he kicked me out. He said, get out of here. Yeah. You don't need that. Because I was sitting there doodling on something with a part, and he goes, where'd you learn that bass part? He comes up, he goes, where'd you learn that bass part? I go, I just, it's a reggae sort of rock thing, man. He goes, that's really cool. Show it to me.
Right.
And then he kicked me out the next lesson. Get out of here, you don't need me. And he's really a good bass player. I think he's much better than me. But anyway, so I think I sort of had this improvisational ability and melodies and stuff. I just needed to focus it and understand. And then later on, I actually learned how to read music, and I naturally understood theory, but I took a couple of college classes later on in my life. And it was like I knew it, but at least I understood what everything meant. So you got to have the technical aspect as well. It's like when you learn how to play a part on a guitar, you got to learn how to strum it properly, and you got to, find the right voicing that fits the song. But all that stuff is just, it's very basic, but you can always come up with great stuff, but I think the hardest thing is to play the simple, basic thing. Huh?
Sometimes the simplest is the hardest thing.
It really is, to do it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could put all these fancy chords in there, and it sounds great.
Something straight.
But go ahead and play this 100 times perfect. Go ahead, let me see you do it.
There, I'll give it a try. Tomorrow.
Anyway, but I could tell we connect.
You guys do. Tell us about the beautiful instruments in front of you, the guitar and then the violin, about them and the kind that they are.
Yeah.
Well, this one actually has, I have a few violins, but this one has a story behind it. I was shopping for a new violin because I knew I wanted to change. I wanted something that was warm, and I walked into this shop in Palo Alto, and the luthier was there, and I told him what I was looking for. I never met him in my life and that type of thing. He says, "I got the perfect instrument for you." And he says, "Here, take it with you." I'd never met him. He didn't know me. He gave it to me in its case, says, "Come back in a week and tell me if you want to buy it."
Just trusted you, huh?
He just trusted me inherently.
Well,
so I said, okay. I said, "Do you want any information? Do you want my name? Do you want any of those kind of things?" He didn't. He says, "No, this instrument," he told me it fit me. And the thing is, he made it just slightly bigger than a normal violin.
Well, you're pretty.
Just a hair bigger.
You got
I'm
big.
a fairly big
You
guy.
have big hands, and you're tall.
And
Yeah.
so I took it home and I loved it. I fell in love with it and came back. I said, okay, I want it. I learned the story behind it. He had made it for a San Francisco policeman.
Really?
The San Francisco policeman had injured his hand in a drug bust.
Wow.
And he couldn't play anymore. So he gave the violin back to the luthier
Right.
and said, "I want you to find who this instrument belongs to."
That's fantastic.
So he had made this. The wood, when he went to make this violin, the wood came from the same forest that most Stradivariuses came from. So it has heritage. So, in fact, there's only an error. The scroll had gotten made twice because there's a little, you can't see it on the video, but there's a little imperfection in it. But he worked around it and he made it work. And that's how I came upon it. And I just love this instrument.
It's beautiful sound.
It's just, I love the sound.
It
was just meant to be.
That gig we did, that first gig we did that time.
Yeah.
When you didn't play
Yeah,
this?
I played this one.
Well,
yeah.
I can really hear it in here.
Yeah.
And it's really a beautiful sound, man. I like it.
It just, I feel blessed that I happen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great story too.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
that's
nice instrument.
You were
This is
you were meant to have that violin.
Yeah, he was.
Absolutely.
It's funny. He's like, he made it for you, man.
Yeah.
And it had to go through the policeman first, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it had gotten played. It was clearly an instrument that had been. A violin that isn't played doesn't stay well.
No, you got to play an
They're
instrument.
finicky.
The more
they
you
have to be played. So
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of love that was played through this
this
instrument.
this one sounds better the more I play it.
And I think the fact that I was the next recipient to bring some life to it.
Yeah.
Was really a nice thing.
Yeah. Now this guitar is a Taylor, and I had another acoustic guitar for a long time. I don't buy a lot of instruments. I find one I like and I just play it till it dies. I got my 5-string bass. I don't know, 19. I still have that same bass. I never replaced it. I love that bass, and I had another. I've got other guitars. I've got some electric guitars, but this is my favorite. And it's not a really expensive guitar. It's a Taylor, but all the other acoustic I had was just difficult to play. And this one is just got a soft neck, and it's just easier to finger. And it wasn't expensive. I found it used. I said, well, if I'm gonna, because as I said, I've had a love-hate relationship with guitars, with playing guitar. And I said, I know what it is. I've got to find the guitar for me, right?
And that works for you.
Yeah, you got to find the instrument that you can play comfortably. And it shouldn't be difficult to play. And so I said, I like Taylor because Taylor has a good name. And I'm not trying to promote Taylor, but I just felt I played one and I liked it, and I played a couple others. But so I found this one used at the local music shop here in Santa Cruz area. And I played a bunch of guitars that day, and I looked on the wall and I saw this thing hanging on the wall, and it had a ding in it. So I figured, well, nobody bought it because it has a ding in it. But I figured
You can fix that.
but I figured I liked the ding, I mean, it'd been around, it'd been alive,
It gave it character, and it had a story to tell. Yeah.
Yeah, and I picked it up and I played it, and it was just how it felt when I played it. You know, it just felt right. I could have spent another $1,000 on a real fancy Taylor or whatever, Gibson or whatever, but I don't think I would have found a better guitar for me.
It totally works.
And it sounds really good. Now that we've recorded it, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could do better. I'll find another one that feels the same and we'll get real fancy. But
Oh, there you go. We'll get fancier. It'll look good.
it'll look good. It'll look great, you know. But I could, but the guy playing it can't play the damn thing. But anyway, that's how I found this one. But it's a Taylor, and it's you know, they do have a good resale value, so that's one good aspect. But I love the guitar.
Do you have a preference of acoustic over electric?
I like playing acoustic over electric. I mean, I play electric, but and I probably play the acoustic more like an electric player. I don't know, but I just like all the different fingerings you can do, and you know, you can invent chords and you know, little 2-finger chords, and you can play all these. So this one's just easy to play, and it sounds pretty good, huh?
I love it.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
It works. Yeah.
I'm glad you're digging it, man. But anyway, so that's how I got this one, and I have to be honest, I don't have a love-hate relationship anymore. I just can't wait to get up and play this thing every day.
That tells you something, that you can't wait to get up to actually go right to that instrument. And
I want to go right to it.
Right, exactly. And is it like a child? Do you treat it like a member of the family? Do you have that kind of relationship with the instrument?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is like a member of the family that never talks back.
Doesn't talk back. No.
You know, no lip, no nothing, no smart responses.
No diapers to be changed.
And it's always there for you, you know. And,
Always there.
and I have the same relationship with my Hammond organ and my piano, and my bass guitar. They're like my best friends, you know.
But you know, instruments do get cranky.
Which one does?
Instruments do. You know,
They do.
You get up and you start playing it. And it's like, something's not right.
What's wrong with my
It's
guitar?
just a little cranky today. You know.
Yeah.
It's just
It's not us.
no, it couldn't
Got to be the weather.
It's the guitar. No.
Merlin in Canada says, I really like the sound of that guitar. And I do too. There's a warmth and a fullness to that sound. It's got a really cool sound to it, that guitar.
Yeah, there was something when I played it in that store that sounded different to me than the other guitars too. I didn't mention that, but it's got a bright yet warm feel sound.
Doesn't it? Yes. Bright. Both.
And
Bright.
and I think I had that sound in my head, and the guitar just. I actually do think that's the sound I was looking for, and it was in this guitar.
The sound came out. Yeah.
And it's not the most expensive guitar, that's for sure.
Some of the Lovedies are saying encore. I don't know if there is something
What would you like to do?
I know.
They're loving it.
Let's do acoustic rendition of "Take Me to Heaven." 'Cause
Sure.
I really like
That's
that
good.
song.
Yeah.
I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven. I miss you when I'm on the road. I want you by my side, share this load. Anywhere where it's hot, catch a break. Losing you would be my biggest mistake. Oh yeah, you know it will, baby. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven. Tonight, tonight. When I'm lost, can't find my way, you always know what to say to me. Oh yeah, you do. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh yeah, let me have it. Would never know, I could never leave you. I could never hurt you. Oh, all right. I go crazy when I see your smile. Kiss me, girl, take me to heaven. I go wild when I see your face. Love me, girl, take me to heaven. Tonight, 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 tonight. Tonight, tonight, oh. I go crazy when I see your smile.
Wow, yeah, man, that's pure magic.
I'm glad you like it.
You feel good after, don't you, when you're doing it?
I do. I'm. This guy is inspiring me, man. I just love hearing that violin. It makes me want to
Yeah.
sing.
The addition of the violin really does add a whole other vibe and feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think this could be a great little duo.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
People are
I think-
saying that, actually. People are saying that there's something there, right? There is definitely Priscilla Sarah. We welcome her. She's watching on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Good to see you, Priscilla. She says, thank you from New York.
Priscilla.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, New York.
Yes. And Carla in Brazil, she goes, ballad. She loves it. Marilyn
Oh, right.
in Wichita, Kansas is saying, what an enjoyable evening. Thank you. Merlin in Canada, could listen to you all night, which is really, really nice. And
That's very nice.
yeah. I mean, they're really, Kathy Short actually concurs with that. I can listen to that music all night. Claps from Kathy Walker. Kathleen also in New York City. Bravo. Good stuff. Mary Bishop says, great way to spend a Friday night, and thanking you guys.
All right.
As well. And, it's, you're living what, you're here to do, which is to connect with people. And that's, as a communicator myself through what I do on TV and radio, when you do that, it's so really cool, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, it is. It's I guess I've missed it because of the COVID, and I think I'm discovering that we can do it here, just like this. And
I've had so many people tell me that when they've come on this show, some of them have actually, especially performers, singers, artists, that they've been dealing with a little depression, anxiety, the loss of the energy of an audience,
right,
um, just everything's still, we don't know where things are headed and things are closed and all of that at the moment. So, they've reached a point where it's been like 6, 7, 8 months now, and they're sort of, some of them running out of steam a little bit with it. So they'll come on here and it sort of reignites things.
yes, it does. Yeah.
In a warm and welcoming way. And it gets them to say, you know what, maybe, I'm going to still play my music. I'm still going to sing and act and do whatever they do. And that's a really cool thing, I think, to be able to have that. And, even like Bernadette says, thank you for de-stressing us.
Oh, good.
All right.
That's what we wanted to do, really. We and at the same time, we're distressing ourselves.
Right. Right.
and
I've interviewed a lot of in professional work on television, radio, psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, life coaches. And one of the questions I say is, as you're like providing the therapy for your client or your patient or whatever it may be, I would imagine it's therapeutic for you as well, isn't it? You're getting as much as, you're giving. And every single one says yes. That it's therapy, that it's...
Yeah, it's totally true. It's therapeutic and we're doing it together.
Right.
And that adds another element to it that is bigger than all of us. So
exactly right.
So it's a special it's special to be able to do it. Not everybody gets to do this, but we all can do it in our own way. But I guess if I were to be philosophical, we can all go out there and do something for somebody else and be kind to someone. And I have a really good friend who's a wonderful lyric writer, Mark Gurley, by the way. And Mark, if you're out there, shout out, brother. He says, go out and do something kind for somebody all the time.
Yes.
And he's got the right message, man. But this is I've really enjoyed being on your show.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And while you're out there doing kind things and being good to people and to yourself, you always have to remember to do this.
Relax.
That's the way to be.
Yes.
You really have
and folks, you don't have to have a lot of whiskey to do it. You can just do it. You can just do it.
See, you just saved your money too.
You can save a ton of money and still be relaxed. Being in the music business, a lot of musicians, that's how we used to do it.
Right.
As we get older, we go, I don't think the whiskey is needed anymore.
Right, exactly. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. And that's one of the reasons why I invited you, and I'm glad that you brought Stu on as well, to be my guest on the show. This was a situation where I just said, hey, there was nobody else involved. There were no PR people. It was just me reaching out to you and saying, you know what, I've been, I like your vibe. It blends in with, and yours as well, Stu. It really just blends in with what we're doing here on the Jim Masters Show live. And there's a lot of kindred spirit I'm feeling here. And even with the viewers or loveties around the world. And I knew that it was going to turn out the way that it did. And the communications that we had leading up to it and the preparation for tonight's show and, all the work that goes into it. As you guys know, being there in the studio, which is an awesome
but Stu had to do all the technical stuff. I just had to show up with a guitar.
God for
You
Stu.
did it.
I did it.
You got it. You made it happen.
You might have to buy him some whiskey after this.
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna go. Whew.
Yeah,
but no, it turned out really, really, really super. And
Merlin says, maybe not the whiskey, but Southern Comfort helps.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, there's that green stuff too,
There's always the green stuff. Exactly. Thank you for sharing your music. I Like Your Way, wonderful, gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So
Thank you.
beautiful. I could listen to this all night long, which is amazing. Is there a bucket list? Are there things that you still would like to do with all of the music, with everything?
Well, I'd like I don't know if it's
Venues you'd like to perform at?
yeah, I would like to go perform in some big festivals again.
Yeah.
And I think I'd like to, go overseas again and do some bigger shows. And I think I'd like to have a #1 song on Billboard. I think.
Now, could that even be where it's a song you wrote, but another singer is singing it?
I don't care who sings it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like
But,
Dolly Parton and others.
Yeah,
right?
hey.
So many great songs.
Yeah.
Do you have people who have been singing your material as well?
Not anybody that I know that would be, like a Rod Stewart or somebody. But I have got wind of some people playing them around places, but just because maybe they liked the song and added it in their set list.
Yeah.
But somebody, one of my friends said, "I think there's a copy, Big Rain Band somewhere."
I was just about to say,
somewhere,
I'd have to get that collection plate out.
And it was really funny because he goes, I wonder who's playing Peter's part.
There you go.
It's funny.
That's true. That's true.
Because Peter's like, nobody could look like that guy. But anyway, I don't know. What is on my bucket list other than a Billboard hit? Let me see. Not really. That's not the most important thing. But what is really on my bucket list?
Would you ever like to write a soundtrack for a movie?
Oh, I'd love that. Oh, love to do that. I'd love to do more movie work, more movies, because my music would fit in music scenes very well, I think. So I'd like to see. I'd love to do that. Yeah, I got the studio for it too. If you're listening,
right. So
anybody out there,
Spielberg and all the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the studio, we got the music, we got the ideas.
You can put it together.
We can do it. We'll. You tell us what the theme of the theme of it is, and we'll come up with something. Believe me.
What do you guys listen to individually? So like what would be in your, on your Spotify or your CD player, or maybe even your record player where there's an album sitting there? I still have my turntables. I still have all that stuff.
Well, you listen to everything, don't you?
Yeah.
You listen to you've got songs.
do.
I listen to, I can't
You
define.
like that cool rock station? I like that station.
Well, actually, that was a playlist of mine.
That's got Steve Winwood on it. It's
Steve
got
Winwood, Little
Sting,
Feat.
Little
It had
Feat.
Sting. It
Yeah.
had, who else did I mean, just.
That was really good. And then you had some soul singers on there. I'm going, man, this is cranking, I love everything. I actually try to find stuff I've never heard before from different cultures, because I've done a lot of traveling, and the first thing I do is I go to find out where the local place is and where they're playing the music from their culture.
Yeah.
And I go there to try to hear it and understand it, and I find so many different similarities in their music and what I might be doing. And then I like all genres. I've even grown to really enjoy hip hop, because it seems that hip hop has evolved, in my opinion, to where, and I've said to other musicians, there's a lot of musicians that aren't excited about it, but I said to them, what it does is expresses a culture that we may not know about. And it's important. Music is culture, right?
Yeah.
And all musics come from a culture in general. And they come from different cultures, from different neighborhoods, from different states, from different places around the world, from Brazil, from China, from everywhere, And so I've been lucky to travel and do that. And it really opened up my mind to a lot of different music. But culture is really, really important. And I think if, like, and there's some guys that are just so great, like like I mentioned Steve Winwood.
Oh, just
That guy,
timeless.
that guy is just timeless. And when you listen to a Winwood record, you hear every single every musical part.
It all has a part to play.
It all has a place, and you hear it all at one time. And that's not that usual. That's the one thing about Winwood. Another guy who was kind of like that was Sting with his stuff.
Yes.
Sting is like that. He's brilliant. But so I just like music. If I were to, if it was my last day on earth, I'd say, let's go play the blues, brother. I love the blues because it was Billie Holiday that got me started. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love the blues. So, and I've discovered traveling like to places where reggae is really popular and then tropical styles. It's a lot like blues.
Right, it is.
It's just the same sort of thing with the inference, a little different place. You know.
Merlin
With the
asked, do you sing reggae?
I would. I actually did a song called "I'm Not Running," which was like a reggae rock, and it was. You guys can go check it out. It was my first top 30 song ever, and it's called "I'm Not Running." And I was just going to suggest, you guys, some of you have already found the website, so feel free to go there and enjoy the music. You know, there's no pressure. You don't have to buy anything, but if you decide to buy and help us out, we love it. And also, if you enjoy, I'm really working hard to make my YouTube channel really exciting. So we're going to be doing broadcasts.
Broadcasts and more pre-rolled things too.
Yeah, and more pre-roll stuff.
Pre-taped.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, and so if you enjoy what you saw today, feel free to go to the YouTube channel. If you like it, subscribe. You know, feel free to subscribe. And I know I subscribed to yours, and I think you subscribed back.
We
So yeah,
sure
that's right.
did.
Because we're in communication now on YouTube, which is great.
That's right.
And then today,
Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
yeah, today we connected on Facebook and Twitter. You got to, yeah. So we're all out there. So yeah. Hey, I'm a salesman too, right?
You just say you had that side of you. Yeah.
I did have that side of me.
Probably not your favorite part of all of it. It's not while you do it, but it's part of the way things are now, right? Yeah.
It's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to do it. I was lucky because I did have, I had some really good jobs in marketing.
Yeah.
And I was good at, I could communicate with people. Yeah. And I could create in that way too.
Exactly.
So and then, you know, if you're in marketing, if you've been in the entertainment business, any business, if you understand how that works, you think out of the box a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So, that's right. And we mentioned the website for New Coast Records. And
newcoastrecords.com.
And yours is your name, right? Bruce?
Yeah, my website is bruceguynn.com.
Bruce Guynn, and everybody can see the spelling right there.
Yeah, just put a .com on there.
And then there you go. That's
and
awesome.
You're ready to roll.
Anything brief last that you want to hit us with before to take us out?
You want to do a little instrumental jam or something?
Anything.
Okay, we'll do.
It's so agreeable. It's so agreeable. It's fantastic.
Minor. I'm going to change keys on it.
nice. That is. You guys are amazing together. You really, it's a great blending, and your material is extraordinary, Bruce.
Thank you.
It really is. I mean, it, I mean, you've been doing this for years, but every single song that I'm hearing, and some of the preview material when we were, producing the show and getting it ready the last couple of days, it's so needed now. I mean, it's always needed, but there's something about the now with your material that I think people need to hear it now because like I said, we're going through a lot of different things in our lives. People are questioning their lives and all these different things, and the music really touches the soul in such a deep way. It's really cool stuff. I mean, it really is amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm humbled at the same time, but it's an honor to be able to share it. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Stu, you're spot on with everything, and you're really a talent yourself.
Yeah, he's going to become the next world famous producer.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. Like the next.
We'll put something good out there. I know that. Yeah.
We'll put something good out, hopefully.
Yeah. Like the next David Foster or something, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Our words. You heard it here first.
You heard it here, right here. All right.
Priscilla Sarah in New York City says thank you again. Also in New York, terrific from Kathleen Walker. Beautiful voice from Priscilla Sarah as well. Carla with us in South America and Brazil. Claps, claps, claps. Merlin in Canada. Absolutely love you guys tonight. Thank you so much. And Christine Clifton in North Carolina. An enjoyable evening all together with talented guests sharing their talents and music stories and words of wisdom through this evening. Good people, another awesome Lovity night, which is exactly what it was about. And I really hope, guys, that it certainly met your expectations and you enjoyed your time with me and everybody here as much as I certainly have with you.
Oh, we did.
It's been a great evening.
It's been a great
Enjoyed
evening.
every minute of it.
I couldn't have thought. I can't think of anything better to do. Honestly.
That's cool. That's fantastic.
Very, very, very wonderful time, and again, humbled and grateful at the same time. So, thank you
my
so much.
pleasure to have you on and welcoming Stu as well. Tesla Bella says, can't believe this evening. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for everything. So talented. Appreciate every note. You both are so very special and touched our soul. Christopher says, had been a little absent, though he's been with us throughout the night. But Bruce Guynn, you're the man, bro. Thank you for the entertainment. And of course, we invite everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel here as well at Jim Masters TV. We would love that. And share the lovity. Again, thank you so much for the music and stories. Stay safe and stay well, Bruce and Stu. And Michelle Shine. Thanks, Bruce, Stu, and Jim. What a great way to end this week. I think with everything that's going on and all the craziness, you just turn on the news.
We need it. I think we needed this.
Yeah.
I know I did, because I honestly could not wait to get to the studio today.
I know. You've been very excited about coming on the show, and you've been expressing that to me. And I really, as somebody who does this, putting out this energy as well, that means a lot. That really means a lot to me as well. Yeah. So we've got a nice thing that we've created here.
We got a thing going on.
Yeah, a thing going on, yeah. Folks. And it's live.
And it's live.
And whether you guys come out to the East Coast or I'm out there, sometimes some of my television shoots, I was
let us know.
LA, all over. I will let you guys know. And maybe once we can do this kind of thing, we'll break bread, pour some wine, and get together. Yeah. It'd be cool to do it.
Yeah, we'll show you Santa Cruz, Monterey.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Monterey is a beautiful area. Yeah. Maryland and Wichita, Kansas. I think everyone is smiling tonight. Thank you. Kathleen in New York. Thanks, Bruce and Stu. Stay safe. Good stuff. Well, guys, you were amazing. Thanks for all the great music,
Thank you.
the
Thank you.
inspiration, all the great conversation, the levity, and just rolling with it, which is what we like to do here on the show. New friends made, and stay in touch. Keep me posted, and you're welcome back on the show anytime.
Great.
Thank you, Jim.
Great. Thank you very much, Jim.
It's been
Absolutely.
great.
What are you going to do now? Go out for ice cream cones?
Well, ice cream is my favorite food.
It's a good one.
It really is.
Is it really?
It really is.
I'm
So
probably
if you
going to
were-
get a real dinner, though.
You know, he really worked for his supper.
He earned it.
Yeah.
I think I owe him dinner.
He's going to have to. Sherry Schoenline says, "What an amazing show! Thank you for joining us in Lovity Hole, Bruce and Stu. Please come back again soon." There's a new song. We got a thing going on. Write that down.
Yes, there you
We
go.
got a thing going on.
Got a thing going on. Absolutely, gang, you're the best.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks.
it, Stu. Thanks for joining us and setting up the studio. Bruce, thanks for knocking out of the park and being, the cool and fantastic guy that you are as well. And have a good weekend. You guys stay safe, and we'll chat again soon. Okay.
You bet.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Great evening.
You too. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Wow. What can you say, gang, huh? Really amazing. Cool music, good vibes, great guys too. And that's what I love. I'd heard about Bruce, and we had been connected on some platforms. And I said, you know what? Let me check him out, because I'm always looking for people to, we have a lot of people that pop on our show, a lot of people that want to come on the show. I have some friends in PR and other areas who find guests as well. Some of you have found guests. Some of the guests are people I've interviewed in the past over the years on television, maybe from public television or other venues or radio. And just saw Bruce's material, and I said, I really like this. And with all the amazing guests we've had so far, and I mean, people from all walks of life, not just entertainment, but from all walks of life. Just look at our archives. You can see like 180 episodes of our series. I said, I'd love to reach out and see if he'll pop on. And right away, within seconds, Bruce said, name it, the date and the time, and I'll be there. And I think it was a treat that he brought Stu on as well. The addition of the violin and his wonderful musical prowess as well was just an added special touch to tonight's evening, wouldn't you say, folks? And that studio there that they have, they set up for tonight. The audio was spectacular. The audio coming out of here, we've invested a lot in the equipment, and you can even see over the shows, the bevy of shows, how we've invested a lot in our equipment here. But what I like about this night too is their audio and our audio were so in sync, the way it always should be. Sometimes you might have a guest where it's the equipment that they're using, like maybe they're using an iPhone, or they're using something or that doesn't really blend well for this kind of thing, especially if you're going to have music. But the audio was extraordinary. I know you guys have commented about that. So the audio we're putting out and the audio they had putting out, coming in our direction, were perfectly matched equally. And I noticed that right away. So yeah, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is here. But sometimes, it depends on the equipment that a guest uses, or if their Wi-Fi isn't good, or there's a storm going over their, home or wherever they are. Thank you, Tess. That's beautiful for you to say that. I appreciate that. God bless you as well, my friend. You're a real delight. And we really did wipe out all those chocolate chip cookies you sent from Florida. They are long gone. Cool music. Great show. Thanks, Jim, for all you do. Thanks for hopping on our YouTube channel as well. Kathleen, good to have you here. Terrific show tonight. The sound was great. I know the sound here is pristine, and they matched it at the studio, and that's what I loved. And there was a little bit of there was a studio sound. There's a little bit of an echo effect, not an echo effect, just a depth to the sound that they were putting out that I loved. It was really, really good. Can't wait to watch the show and the replay as well. even I rewatch these shows because I'm so busy hosting and producing and doing the show that sometimes I don't get a chance. Kind of like what Bruce said, he really enjoyed hearing some of the music because he was able to step back from all of the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it and really appreciate the comments that were coming in response to the music that he's created. And sometimes I'll watch things that I've done on television and radio and stage later because I can appreciate it more than I can sometimes even when I'm doing it, because I'm so focused on doing it right, doing all the things and the little elements and nuances that you have to do. Thank you very much again, gang. You guys are the best. Terrific show. The sound was great. Thank you, Kathy. Jim, Bruce, and Stu, thank you so much for bringing Zen to me. I know you had a tough week. Your health wasn't so great, and I know it's been rough for you, Jen, but love you all too. Good choice for your show tonight. Lovities, we're amazed as always. Carla, we love you there in South America and Brazil, and right back at you. I thought that was amazing. Your comments were amazing tonight as well, and you really enjoyed everything that we've been doing here. And good stuff. Really a cool show tonight. And again, we thank our great friend Bruce Guynn and, of course, Stu Wilson for joining us as well. You can go to Bruce's website, Bruce Guynn, that's Guynn, bruceguynn.com as well, and newcoastrecords.com. And cool stuff, huh? He's a regular guy. He's a straight shooter. He's authentic. He likes to have fun. He likes to connect. And I love people like that. It's sometimes it's a rarity. Good stuff. I want to show you, we have a very special show tomorrow with a really cool guest who's coming in live and direct from Ireland. And it's going to be right here on the YouTube channel exclusively. So right here on YouTube, tell your friends. If there's anybody who is looking for us on Facebook, perhaps, let them know we are on the YouTube channel this weekend with a bevy of great music and entertainment, conversation, and more. This is Oscar Blue, and he is all excited to be here. We posted a little sample of his material on our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV. He is really incredible. He's absolutely incredible. He's going to be here tomorrow night. Great singer, songwriter, musician, and he's 21 years old. He is rising in the charts. He's also still going to college too, which is amazing. So he's balancing the college work with his extraordinary musical career, and he's going to be with us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And for those watching in Ireland and Scotland and England, it'll be 8 p.m. So for all of us here on this side of the Atlantic, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific is the time on YouTube, right where you are right now, folks, on the YouTube channel exclusively, which is Jim Masters TV. So Oscar Blue, who's a phenomenal performer, is going to be here tomorrow live for a Saturday afternoon performance. He's going to perform live. We've got all kinds of great things to show you, and good show coming up tomorrow exclusively. Again, he's going to be live and direct from Ireland on top of it. That's why we're doing it earlier tomorrow, so it's not too late for him. It'll be 8 p.m. for him, so all of his fans and audience in Europe can watch along with the rest of the viewers or lovities. So he's going to be here tomorrow. That's Saturday, this Saturday, tomorrow. All right, so cool stuff. Join us tomorrow right here on the YouTube channel. Tell the folks on Facebook, which we are doing as well. We are on the YouTube channel, so they don't miss anything. And that's going to be awesome. So some of the shows we do on Facebook and YouTube, but this weekend we've got a lot of cool things that are happening on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much, Sherry. Another outstanding show, Jim. You're seriously the best. Thank you for being you. Thank you. I appreciate all of that. Bernadette says, prayers for all of us. Stay safe, stay well. Virus on the uptick. Yes, it is. We've been really good here in the Northeastern United States because they got on it quick. But even here, it's starting to uptick a little bit. There's also a 14-day quarantine. If you leave and come back, you have to quarantine for 14 days. Kathleen Walker, great shows coming up. Can't wait. Good night, Jim. Have a great night, all. You as well. Looking forward to seeing Oscar Blue. He's coming tomorrow. It's going to be really, really cool. Christine Clifton. Yes, the sound audio was one of the best. Great mix, especially being musicians. All the lovelies loved everything about tonight's show. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. Yeah, the audio we put out is top shelf here. It's always got to be a match, especially because we're a show that we've been doing. We didn't start with guests in the beginning. However, we've been bringing so many guests on constantly that every scenario is a little bit different in terms of their equipment, their location, whether they're using a PC, a laptop, a tablet, or a phone. So it can really vary based on where they are and what they have for equipment. Some people don't have, high-tech equipment, so they just use a phone, and that's not always the best, but hey, we work with whatever we have, right, to bring great entertainment, inspiration, and lots more knowledge building, education. Good night, Jim. We'll see you tomorrow. Priscilla, Sarah, thank you very much. Hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Welcome. Good to have you watching from New York. We love it. Bernadette, thank you, Jim, for everything. Rest well. I appreciate that. We sure will. We'll be getting ready for the show. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. So it's going to be earlier for a lot of people where our show would normally be, later for folks like Carla in Brazil. I think it's going to be a little bit earlier for you. I think Juanita in South Africa, it's going to be a little bit earlier for her. Instead of 1 a.m., it's going to be 10 at night. For Willie in Holland, it's going to be earlier for her as well. I think it'll be 9 p.m. instead of 1 a.m. So again, we're doing it because Oscar's in Ireland and 8 o'clock is a good time, and he's still doing his studies as well. There was somebody who mentioned, I just wanted to see, I noticed somebody had mentioned something about a really good thing that happened, and we're trying to, hopefully that comment is still there. One of our lovelies, one of our viewers shared with us, which I think is a beautiful thing to be so open and to share this with us. Hopefully we'll be able to go back. Sherry did. Sherry said, just found out tonight my COVID test came out negative. So after being quarantined for a week and being so stressed, this show feels like a special celebration. Thank you, Jim, Bruce, and Stu. Well, that, first of all, what fantastic news that your COVID test came out negative. I'm sure that's an incredible relief for you, Sherry. So, that is really beautiful. So we're very happy to hear that. You will rest well this evening and this weekend. That is awesome news, and hope that you will continue to be well, and all of you will continue to be well. Just want to let you know some other folks that are coming up that are really amazing next week. Well, actually Sunday, we have former NFL cheerleader Jennifer Cobb. Jennifer Cobb's going to be here on Sunday night here on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. She's going to be here to tell her story about being a former NFL cheerleader for the St. Louis Rams, but also she has an amazing foundation, a charity she created it finds funding for Parkinson's research. And she's going to tell the story of a family member of hers who suffered with it. And it's a beautiful story. It's going to be great. She's with us Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And that is 4 p.m. Pacific right here on the YouTube channel. On Monday, Jamie DeRoy, who is a multi-Tony winning producer and actress, is going to be here live on Monday. That's going to be on YouTube and Facebook. We're looking forward to welcoming Jamie. She's extraordinary. She's responsible for so many incredible productions and plays and so much more. A really popular actor, John L. Peacock, is going to be here on Tuesday. He's been in so many productions and commercials and films and TV. We're going to talk about that and his brilliant career on Tuesday. Wednesday, former child actor and continuing actor and singer and even TV station owner, Glenn Scarpelli is going to be with us. Remember, Glenn Scarpelli starred in One Day at a Time on CBS, the original One Day at a Time. There he is on the cover of 16 magazine. He's going to be with us on Wednesday of this week here on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Really, really cool. There he is today. He's all excited to be here. He's going to be my special guest. Really looking forward to that. A week from this Sunday, the one and only, the multi-platinum musician, recording artist, and songwriter, the legendary Phil Coulter is going to be here live from Ireland. That is coming up on November 15th. That's a week from this Sunday. That'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, here on the YouTube channel. He's also going to be at the piano. He's going to play live for us as well. So check that out. That's going to be extraordinary. He also sent me his book, his music and lyrics. We're excited about that. Darren Holden from Riverdance and the High Kings and brilliant singer and songwriter. He's going to be with us coming up in December as well. And so many other artists. And we have a chef coming on. We've got comedians coming on. We've got inspirational people, authors. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series, so we have everybody. And then there's going to be more pop-up shows and more food festival shows, more host chats. We've got holiday shows that are coming up and a lot of cool things. And again, we love putting these shows together, a lot of work, balancing it with my professional work, which is quite busy at the moment with the radio and television duties that I have on air, hosting a variety of different shows professionally. But we're going to keep this going. Some people said, Jim, if things get busy, I've been busy throughout the whole, pandemic. Fortunately, that's a beautiful thing. But because I've always done a lot of different things, that's why I've been able to be so busy during it all. However, some people did say, will you stop doing this, once things sort of subside or just whatever? No, we'll keep doing it as long as you guys are out there and you're enjoying yourself and you spread the word and tell everybody, and we just build this community of levity and inspiration and positivity, and we try to have fun when we do it. I'll keep creating and producing and doing all the work behind the scenes here with everybody, and we'll build this together. This is our community together. And so we thank you guys for being with us here, and a lot of good music tonight. This will be one that you will be watching. Chiming in from Concord, California, David is here. Good to have you with us. What a cool beard. I love that. Wow. Good to have you with us, David. Thanks for joining us as well. Bernadette says the Loverday community keeps each other strong and loved. It sure does, Bernadette. You got it. And Flower Power saying, Sherry, congratulates. Send you forever continued healing vibes. Yes. Thank God, Sherry. Great news. Yes. Sherry, thank goodness. You got it as well. You're welcome, Flower Power. Kathleen will be here for all of the shows and all of the fun things that we're going to be doing coming up. And December, we've got some really cool holiday shows and all kinds of cool stuff. So this is the Jim Masters Show Live. If you're watching for the first time, we've been doing the show for 26 weeks, just about every single day, like 180 episodes right here on YouTube. You can see them all, and you can binge like Tess and others like to do, and just enjoy the conversations and all the entertainment and levity and all the fun stuff. Yes, before we go, I know you guys want to see the characters. So yes, George Burns is here in tow. He is here. He says good night to all of you. It's one of our cast of characters. Looking good as always, George. Jeannie is here as well. Jeannie says good night. She's winking from her bottle. There you go. There's Jeannie in the I Dream of Jeannie bottle saying good night to you guys, sending you some levity. And of course, with love from Bob Denver's phenomenal wife, Bob Denver, who played Gilligan. Dreamer Denver sent me the Gilligan doll. She was a guest on our show. We had a fabulous conversation. Aloha, Jim, Dream of Denver, wife of Bob Denver. She's amazing. And there is your Gilligan. So Gilligan says good night to you as well, gang. And who else do we have here? Again, you guys love these characters, so we try to show them whenever we can when we have a little time. Silver, the lab that we got when I was on a TV shoot in Europe, in Switzerland. Silver says goodnight. Silver is cool. Silver is understated, doesn't say much, just keeps things under control here during the live shows. There's the other one that puts a smile on your face. There's Jimmy. Jimmy says goodnight. I know you guys love that. And Lin is over there. I know Lin was back there, the big, huge monster panda that we have that somehow made its way on the set due to a dear friend. Lin is over there. Maybe we'll try to squeeze Lin on again over the weekend. But gang, you guys are the best. Thanks for being with us. Spread the word. Tell all your friends, family about our show. We'll have more folks watching on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Facebook is Jim Masters TV. So is Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and Twitch. And YouTube is Jim Masters TV. This weekend, we're on YouTube the whole weekend. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, with Oscar Blue live and direct from Ireland. That's going to be really cool. And then Sunday as well, we're here as well. Thank you, Jim and Lovities. I appreciate our Lovity family. So do I. Jim, thank you for all you do behind the scenes. I love and respect you for you. Thank you. That moves me. I appreciate that very much. Flower Power, and that's a very positive name too. I hope you're doing well. Hope you feel better. And don't forget, gang, as we always say here on the show, don't forget to smile and put smiles on the faces of others while you smile. And don't forget to share the Lovity as best as you can, as often as you can. It will come back at you, and find your Zen place. Living along the coast here, the East Coast of the United States, I've always loved the ocean. Of course, some of my favorite Zen moments are with loving family and friends, working in my career, music, writing, tennis, cycling, and of course, the ocean. So living, on the coast here, swim it, surf it, sail it, kiteboard it, boogie board it, walk it. The ocean speaks to me. It's the power of the tide. It's greater than I am. So I pay homage to the ocean. We have like a mutual respect. It gives me pleasure and beauty. And although I know that it's in charge, sometimes it's always good to surround yourself with things that are greater than yourself too. And we did talk about that earlier tonight on the show with Bruce. So gang, we're going to wrap up. 3 hours and 4 minutes. Boy, you guys can talk. Bernadette says we share and support. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you stay safe and be well. I fix these teeth. All right, gang. Love you all of you that are here. It really matters and means a lot. And we always have a good time with all of you, and we thank you very much for being with us. We're going to wrap up. We'll be here early, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, with Oscar Blue live and direct from Ireland. It's going to be really cool. And again, we posted a clip on the Facebook page of Jim Masters TV, so you might want to check that out as well, so you get a little sample. He's really cool. And so are you. And don't forget to relax and breathe. Take care of one another, love one another, be well, okay? We're living in unusual times, but life is short. It's too short. And tomorrow is not promised, so it's not a guarantee. So while you're here, make the most of it and share the spirit and do whatever you can to enjoy every moment and share that with others. It's a really cool thing. Might sound a little Pollyanna, but hey, the alternative is not so hot. So relax, breathe, take care of one another. All right, gang, that's a wrap. You guys, you have a good night or good day or good morning, whatever time you're watching this. Good night to you as well, Priscilla, Sarah in New York City. Christine, night, Jim and lovely friends. See you all tomorrow. Night, Lin, and all the cast of characters. Sweet dreams and sleep well. You too, gang. It's been a blast, as it always is. Great night tonight. They all are. tonight was fantastic as well. Thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel at Gym Masters TV. We hope to see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Good night.